Until you see the sticker price on all the equipment. Let Play It Again Sports St. Peter's outfit your kid's new sport at a price that's not going to set you back a house payment. They deal in all sports: hockey, baseball, softball, golf, lacrosse, fitness, and more. They'll buy it on the spot, cash with no appointment necessary. All sports, all year long. Don't get stuck with a garage full of equipment that doesn't fit. Take it in to Play It Again Sports and trade it for something they can use. Open 7 days a week and online at playitagainsportsstpeters.com. Kids grow up quick and jump as much as 2 to 3 sizes in a season. That's why Play It Again Sports in St. Peter's is there to save you money and make everybody smile. Reuse, recycle, replay at Play It Again Sports in St. Peter's off Mid-Rivers Mall Drive.
Tom, have you been to Jack Wagon's Teachers lately?
I've swung some balls at Jack Wagon's inside the wiffle ball cage, the only one around.
The World Series of wiffle ball happens at Jack Wagon's, but it's so much more. If you want to go there and just have a drink, watch a game, play some pool, throw some bags, karaoke, the wiffle balls we mentioned, you can do all that. Oh, plus, ding, there's fantastic.
Stay in the neighborhood with Oakville Nursing Rehabilitation Center in Ferguson. Quality and care for over 64 years and a proud partner of your St. Louis Ambulance. tonight's opponent, the Missouri Comets. Number 5, Raymond Palmer. Number 7, Vahid Asapur. Number 8, Milan Ivanovic. Number 9, Stefan St. Louis. Number 14, Leo Gibson. Number 15, Cody Andrews. Number 16, Braithwaite. Number 18, Brian Perez. Number 19, John Sosa. Number 20, Stefan Stokic. Number 23, Byron Alvarez. Number 24, Danny Waltman. Number 25,
This fantastic food, Jack Wagon's Teachers. It's 94 in Jungerman, RJ.
And there's also a taco/nacho bar on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to close, $3.99.
Plus, they have on Wednesdays this whole competition. Throw 8 pucks on the shuffleboard table, 8 swings, 8 bags, and if you answer 10 trivia questions, all of those winners get Blues tickets.
And you must wear clothes. It's a requirement at Jack Wagon's.
Well, not all the time. I've seen you shirtless in a wiffle ball cage. But go to Jack Wagon's Teachers. It is a very cool place, or we wouldn't say that.
94 and Jungerman, Jack Wagon's Teachers. It's not just billiards anymore. Let me tell you a story about Kyle and Kelly. They met, they dated, they married, and then they had themselves a little Shamrocks. Now, when Shamrocks was born, Kyle and Kelly nurtured their little Shamrocks. And they told Shamrocks that he could grow up to be anything Shamrocks wanted to be. Shamrocks could make people feel welcome by serving the customers good, wholesome food that would make their bellies full. Shamrocks certainly could provide plenty of drink to enhance the mood of the people gathered. Shamrocks could be a family-friendly place where any sort of celebration could be properly enjoyed. With Kyle and Kelly's love, Shamrocks has prospered and stands proudly on Veterans Memorial Parkway at 70 in Cave Springs. Feel free to stop by and see how Shamrocks is doing nowadays. And be sure to tell Kyle and Kelly what a good time you had and how Shamrocks made you smile. Because every parent likes to hear about how their Shamrocks made them smile. Shamrocks. Shamrocks.
You're listening to the St. Louis Ambush pregame show on TalkSTL.com. Brought to you by Vapor Locker USA, your hometown electronic cigarette supply store. Now with 2 locations, 13 East Pierce Boulevard in Wentzville and 1032 Country Club Road in St. Charles. Also at VaporLockerUSA.com. Now back to Joe De Niro and Bill McDermott.
Welcome back live to the Family Arena alongside Fred Slow, filling in for Mr. Soccer, Bill McDermott. My name is Joe De Niro. How are you, Fred?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome to game number 3 for your St. Louis Ambush. Both teams won. The Ambush, as we mentioned before, a 17-4 opening night victory against the Pennsylvania Roar last Friday. And then last Saturday night, they played these Missouri Comets. The outcome wasn't quite as beautiful. 28-7, they were on the short end of that. And this Missouri Comet team has some speed and some skill. Here are the scratches for them. Jason will not play tonight. He didn't play the other night as well. And if you had your Robert Palmer jokes ready, Fred, he is not in the lineup tonight either. He is also scratched.
One of the biggest disappointments, I think, of the holiday season so far.
I think you're absolutely right, because that alone could have given us material for the first half, at least to get us through there. For your St. Louis Ambush, number 2, Matt Kimball, who had a good game the other night, will not be in the lineup. Number 19, Jake Blyenberg, is also out. Chad Vandergrift, number 21, is not going to play and still yet to put on the uniform. Actually, he hasn't been given a number yet. That's one of the reasons why Nick Aguiar won't be playing as well. But here's the good. born player tonight for the first time ever. And again, if you want to listen to tonight's action or any ambush action, all you have to do is go to talkstl.com. As a matter of fact, if you're looking for the St. Charles Chill and a little hockey action tonight, all you have to do is go to talkstl.com, and you will see it on there as well. You can go to our live app to listen to the ambush. And here's a cool thing, too, if you want to follow us with video and audio of tonight's game. You can go to YouTube and just look up ambush. So this game tonight will be live on YouTube, and I think, Fred, you check that stream, and it's a go.
It's actually the youtube.com/St. Louis Ambush will get you directly there. And
Excellent.
Then you will be tuned into us, bringing you the action.
Perfect. We're getting set for action as these two 1-1 teams take on each other. The Missouri Comets from Kansas City, a very speedy, talented team, as we mentioned before, against your St. Louis Ambush. Something also to keep in mind is that the Ambush, they head on the road here after tonight. In fact, next Friday night is when they get their first road action for 4 straight, so that'll be tough. They've got to put their best foot forward tonight. On Friday, December 13th, the Ambush will go to Syracuse for their first match of the season against the talented Silver Knights. The night after that, the Ambush are in Rochester for their first game against the Rochester Lancers. And then on Sunday, the Ambush will face the Comets, this time in Kansas City. We're going to step aside, take a break for our national anthem. We'll be back with action right after this. It is St. Louis Ambush Soccer tonight on TalkSTL.com.
Kid wants to play goalie. Not a problem, until you see the sticker price on all the equipment. Let Play It Again Sports St. Peter's outfit your kid's new sport at a price that's not going to set you back a house payment. They deal in all sports: hockey, baseball, softball, golf, lacrosse, fitness, and more. They'll buy it on the spot, cash with no appointment necessary. All sports, all year long. Don't get stuck with a garage full of equipment that doesn't fit. Take it in to Play It Again Sports and trade it for something they can use. Open 7 days a week and online at playitagainsportsstpeters.com. Kids grow up quick and jump as much as 2 to 3 sizes in a season. That's why Play It Again Sports in St. Peter's is there to save you money and make everybody smile. Reuse, recycle, replay at Play It Again Sports in St. Peter's off Mid-Rivers Mall Drive.
time for the St. Louis Ambush on TalkSTL.com. Here's Joe De Niro and Bill McDermott.
Welcome back live from the Family Arena, where the Ambush gets set to take on the Missouri Comets for the second time in a week. Again, losing last week 28-7 after winning their first game over the Pennsylvania Roar 17-4. Couple of things to keep in mind again, if you're just listening for the first time. Every goal that is scored tonight is worth 2 points. It's just like basketball, Fred Slow, who is filling in nicely for Mr. Soccer, Bill McDermott.
I think the scoring adds a lot of excitement to the gameplay. You get the higher scores, the fans are more invested. You always feel like you can have a comeback at any point.
And there are 3-point goals as well as we get ready for kickoff. It'll be the Missouri Comets ball, Asadpour and Gibson. Asadpour hits Gibson with it, and they take possession, kick it into the zone. Here's Gibson, first shot of the game, and a nice block there by Sell. Sell, a great defensive play, and finally the Ambush clear it to midfield. And that could have been a catastrophe right off the get-go. As the ball goes out of play, it'll be Ambush ball here with 14:44 left in the first period.
The Ambush probably a little excited right now. Big rematch from that loss last week. It's good to get them right away to be able to prove that, maybe it was a fluke and maybe they had a better opportunity this time.
They're going to get their shot tonight. Here's Mike Mesley. He's in his own zone, looking back towards his keeper, Ritchie. Ritchie will take his time, kicking it into the Missouri zone, and their goalkeeper, Danny Waltman, has to jump up and make a good save. Here they come back on the transition.
Waltman's a real athlete, Joe. I've seen him stretching before the game. He's doing some backflips, coming off the wall a little bit. He can really get up.
He can cover that crease, too, that's for sure. Here come the Ambush. This time it's Antoniuk. Antoniuk just beyond the three-point arc on the right side. Being marked there. It is now stolen. And that's Harris. Harris with some speed across midfield. He's being hounded there by Mesley, finally stolen by the Ambush, and back they come. Harris gets control of it in the Ambush zone. A big left. That ball goes in on Ritchie, and he makes the easy save. It deflected off another player there, and he made the nice play.
Ambush are going with a box and one on defense, keeping one man out in front.
Here comes Adamson for the Ambush. In the box, he's got O'Dane Sinclair. That ball gets around, and finally to their keeper, Waltman, and he throws it the other way for the break. Nice play there by Groark. Check at that time. That wasn't Groark. That was Pat McSheehy. And a shot on, and McSheehy's got it in the corner. Another save by Ritchie during the break. And here's Gibson. You've got to watch this player, number 14. Spins and gets taken down, and it will not be a 2-minute penalty, but
McSheehy and Gibson just got tangled up in the feet there, Joe. He was trying to get around him using the boards to rebound the ball to himself.
He's done that a lot.
Keeping pace on him, though.
Scored a goal like that last week on a head ball, a beautiful play. On the restart, it's Missouri ball.
A little question in position in the ball.
A shot. That one goes deflected to the right side. Another shot from the opposite side. That one coming from number 77, Megson. Watch him as well. Another good player. There he is again. Clicks this one back, and it's kicked way over the boards by Brathwaite. And it'll be Ambush ball. So far, both teams kind of feeling each other out with 12:59 left. The pace of this one quick, just like the last time.
You have to think the Ambush made a lot of adjustments since that loss last week.
You better hope. They needed to. Here's Pollard now, number 18 for the Ambush. He'll go back to his keeper, Ritchie. Ritchie takes time, kicks it up to Roach. Talented player with his left foot, back to Ritchie. And Ritchie will bring it up slowly. Tries to kick it into the zone, and it goes over the boards. It looked like that one was going to bounce a little too much. And near the half boards on both sides, there's no glass, so you got to be really careful there.
Fans are right up against that. Got a fan in a blue wig watching the game running the sidelines.
He's into it already.
The Ambush fans are coming out. Probably 4,000 people in the building tonight. Looks
another good crowd.
Good crowd for the Ambush. Atmosphere is good here, Joe.
Here's Harris now. Oh, almost a steal there. A nice play by Roach, as they're not letting this team breathe. That's good. They gave him too much space, I feel, last week. Here's Alvarez now for Missouri. Alvarez back to Harris. Just beyond midfield to Rodriguez for Missouri. Back to Harris. Harris waiting to set it up. Good to see the Ambush marking up here. They didn't do that last game. Alvarez, right side to Brathwaite. He kicks that one wide. It goes up in the air. An attempted bicycle kick by Ivanovic. Not a great one, but he attempted it. and it goes back into the Missouri zone. Here's Rodriguez.
The ambush are able to clear there. They're going to get a line change.
Bring on fresh players. One of them is Dan Antoniuk and Jeff DiMaria. DiMaria already in mid-game form, running all over the place. He's got the ball in his own zone. He's hounded there by 2 defensemen. Kicks out front. This is a left. That one from Rodriguez, and luckily it goes wide. And here's Elvir Kavidzic. His first action as an ambush player. Great to see him out there, and now he short shifts. Probably a smart move. He's nursing that hammy. And here come the ambush. Near midfield. It's Sell. Sell on the break. A nice move. Goes around. The keeper comes out. Nice slide tackle. Takes the ball away and dumps Sell in the process.
It's aggressive play.
Here's O'Dane Sinclair, but they're going to ring up Adamson for the foul. A little shove there just before he runs on. That'll be Missouri ball. So a good pace again, Fred Slow to this one. As both teams trying to get a little feel for each other. They've seen each other before, but in this game too, the ambush much more aggressive than they were in the first game, and they need to do that.
Well, and obviously this is the ambush's inaugural season, but you can feel there's going to be a natural rivalry here.
Ooh, that's a big drive, and he was all alone. That was Sosa, and he is kicking himself there. This one goes off the boards. It's finally kicked out. Stokic there from Missouri. He'll kick it all the way back to his keeper, and Danny Waltman will handle it.
The Comets have had a lot of attempts, nothing on goal yet, but they're really berating the keeper.
Here's Asadpour, the guy that had the hat trick last week. They try and go back to him. That ball is intercepted nicely by Kyle Hobson. Hobson gives chase to Asadpour, now back to Harris. Harris at midfield. Left side for Asadpour, no room out there. Great to see the ambush marking up. Here's Gibson, off his shoulder. He flicks it on, but Pollard gets it back to his keeper. Can't play it with his hands, and Ritchie kicks it out. It goes to the right side. Gibson's got the ball. Clicks it left side. And the ambush get it under control. They kick it out, and it's intercepted by Harris, but back comes Hobson. He's all alone, and out with a great play is Danny Waltman, and back comes Missouri to Gibson. He's got a 2-on-1 with Asadpour. He decides to shoot it. Asadpour looking like he was the one that had to pick up the big check. Not happy about it. Wanted the pass there. Probably should have threaded it to him. And was a weak shot at that. Ritchie got it. Back comes Perez from Missouri. Perez kicking it back to midfield. That's Andrews, number 15 from Missouri. This one to Megson. Megson back to Andrews again. Slowing down the pace. This one to San Luis. San Luis in the corner being hounded there. And a nice play by McSheehy.
Got a little chippy after the play there, Joe.
That's Mike Mesley. I'm sorry. Mesley with a nice play. Want to give credit where credit is due. Dow loses the ball to Palmer. Palmer comes back. He's got San Luis on the right side. Good defense there by Mattingly. He shields the ball, and it rolls easily to the keeper, Ritchie. So the ambush doing a really good job of defense. If they can get some more offensive push.
They're running a zone on their defense and their set defense, which is only leaving like the cross-field pass for the Comets, and they're not able to corral that.
Here's a long ball. This one to Antoniuk, left side. Tries to heel it back, can't. Swings it to the front. A nice play by San Luis to kick it out of trouble. Here's Mesley. He's got to go all the way back to his keeper. And the ambush will set up offensively again. Jeff DiMaria on offense. You've got Antoniuk, the team captain, and Roach in front. This ball is stolen by Mesley. Mesley kicks it to the left side, and that ball is going to be chased down. And Andrews will handle it for Missouri. So the pace of this one, Fred, again, it's a stop and go right now, which is good. That one favors the ambush because if you let this Missouri team run, they'll run all over you.
And you can feel Missouri's trying to push it, but the ambush are able to slow them down and put them in that half field.
Comets. Ritchie, the goalkeeper, up near midfield. Bad pass there, but Kafidzic gets it back. Elvier with the ball, number 9, his first action as an ambush player. Ritchie, left side for Mesley. That'll bound around, and a nice flick there to Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to get it to Sosa, but good defense there. And that's number 8, Kyle Hobson. Big shot, that one goes wide, and back come the ambush. Elvier Kvedzic, nice move along the boards. He's got Sinclair right side, kicks it left. That one goes off the boards to Hobson, and Hobson looked like he ran out of gas there. He's going to go off for a change and some fresh legs for the ambush.
You want him to be able to play that rebound there.
Good offensive strike. They just ran out of gas near the end. Here's Gibson, always dangerous, back from Missouri to Brathwaite. Brathwaite being hounded there by number 20. That's Grork. All the way back to their keeper there go by Danny Waldman. He'll kick it up to Asadpour. Harris with the ball there. Threads it all the way into the box. Tried to get it to Asadpour. Nice defense there by the ambush. They kick it back to their keeper Ritchie, and he gets it out of danger. Adamson tried to flick it on to Grork. It's intercepted by Asadpour at midfield. And back they'll go to Danny Waltman, their keeper. 5:29 here in the first. No score. Some good bursts from both teams. Couple of decent scoring opportunities. You'd have to give the nudge, but only by a nudge, to Missouri as far as scoring opportunities go. But the ambush doing a good job defensively.
But I think the pace right now is really favoring the ambush.
Here's Gibson. 2 defenders say, nope, you're not going to get it that easily, and back to Ritchie it goes. He throws it the length of the field. That one hits Harris in the back, close to a handball. They say no. Here's Asadpour, moving it left side for Gibson. Gibson all the way across, and a nice job there by Mattingly to pick it off. Ritchie off the boards, out of trouble to Jeff DiMaria. DiMaria back to his keeper. He kicks it to midfield. That one's intercepted by Missouri, but back comes Roach. And here come the ambush. At midfield, Dan Antoniuk, number 22. He'll slow it down now, wants some numbers. Goes back to his keeper, who leaves it there for number 13, Mike Mesley. Mesley goes left side. That's Kyle Hobson. Hobson gets this one intercepted. It was dangerous, but Mesley's there. He cleans it up, kicks it back to Ritchie, and Ritchie with his feet will play it in the box. Ritchie, midfield, nice chest ball there by Roach. Mesley with the transition, and Asadpour picks it off. He gives it to Gibson, who now draws a crowd of 2 defenders that sell on him. In front for Asadpour, but a nice clear there by Mesley. And back come the ambush, but they sloppily get it up. And here they come, and they give it up again. So some sloppy play there, good defense, but they couldn't get anything on the transition end. Here's Palmer left side. Shot off the boards in front. That one by Stokic. He couldn't get a foot on it, luckily, because he had nothing but net. Nice move there. Here come the ambush. It's a 3-on-2. A little too far for Grork. Waltman's going to play that off the boards. And Stokic now will get it under control. That one will be out of play, and it'll be ambush ball. So, Fred, you can see where the ambush are putting a little pressure here on the Missouri Comets. And the Comets are clearly not as comfortable as they were last Friday with that 28-7 win. And this is something that, if it continues, could be very, very big for the St. Louis Ambush, as there's no score. 3:16 left in the first quarter, here live from the Family Arena.
I think the defense that the ambush is using against the Comets attack, where the Comets are obviously trying to get the ball into the corner, and they're trying to play it off the wall, and they're trying to find the open man in the middle. They're not able to do with that box and one they're running, where they're having to go with the cross-field pass, which we haven't seen tonight be successful.
A good job to jam up that box and make sure that Jeff Ritchie has reinforcements back there. As we're just out of the timeout. And for your St. Louis Ambush, Jeff DiMaria, as it'll be a restart at the top of the arc for the ambush. Also out there, number 16, Mike Roach, who's dangerous with the left foot. Team captain, number 22, Dan Antoniuk. Mike Mesley, number 13, and number 6, his first action. I know I keep mentioning it, but it does bear mentioning because he's supposed to be a big cog in this wheel for Daryl Duran and the ambush. It's number 6. It's Elvier Kvedzic. Missouri taking their time getting back.
They had a lot to go over in the huddle, Joe, like I said, I don't think they're able to come out and do what they intended on offense. And their transitions looked okay, but the Ambush have been able to get back and set themselves and keep the Comets from having, well, the scoring attempts that they successfully had so many times last week.
So it'll be Jeff DiMaria here with 3:16 left on the restart. First quarter.
Sorry, Joe, 3-man wall for the Comets.
No score. DiMaria, left side, fakes it, shot, big save. Oh my, that was a great set piece there by the Ambush, but back comes Missouri. But Mesley is there with some speed. He'll kick it off the boards, and now Palmer's got it for Missouri. A nice play, DiMaria. They're going to get Palmer here for a trip as DiMaria goes down in a heap.
And DiMaria, well, he's the statesman of the team, Joe, the oldest player on the team. He's able to get those young guys in front of him and draw those kind of penalties.
Nice play on that set piece just a few minutes ago. Faked it and tried to get a left, and a really powerful low shot, but a great save there by Danny Waltman. Speaking of keepers, here's Jeff Ritchie. Kicks it all the way to O'Dane Sinclair. That ball is going to hit his foot and go up over those boards with no glass. Still trying to figure out the no glass, but that's a part of the playing field. Sinclair, a nice job to come back and get the ball. He kicks it left side, now back for him. He doesn't see it, and intercepting it is Harris. Here comes Harris. He's got Alvarez on the left side. He decides to shoot, didn't see Alvarez, and back come the Ambush. Megson slides for the ball at midfield, fighting with Pollard and Ivanovic. And finally, they get the ball to Harris, and this one is knocked way back into the crowd.
I'm telling you, Joe, you can tell the Comets, they don't have the patience that they had last week. And in the Ambush, it's obviously their legs are under them. They're not playing back-to-back like they were. And we're able to keep them from that penetration they were so successful with, like I said, last Saturday.
They've definitely got them off their game plan. Fred Slow, that's a good point. And because of it, they're taking some low percentage shots like that one from Harris, who kicked it a good 25 feet over the top of the net. And it's a restart. Here's Ritchie. Picks it up, rolls it left side. Here come the Ambush. That's number 14 with a move. Nice job, Pat McSheehy. He comes all the way into the Comet zone. He kicks it left side there to Dow. Dow goes back to Mattingly, right side to Grork. Grork goes over to McSheehy. McSheehy kicking it back. Mattingly will give chase and give it to his keeper. Now he'll take it. And back come the Ambush, trying to get some offense of their own. Left side, that's number 9, that's Elvier. Kafedzic. This ball goes out of play, and it looks like it's going to be Ambush ball. Should be. Goes off a Missouri Comet player. They get it right. And that'll be a restart, another one at the top of the key, if you will, for the St. Louis Ambush.
It looks since the timeout that the Comets are playing on their heels a little bit, Joe. They're not able to push the ball like they were before the timeout. Coach Duran's making those adjustments that you have to make to win these kind of games. DiMaria
kicks this one. It bounds off the wall, but back comes Roach. Roach kicks it right side. That's Mesley. Off the boards in front. Tries a left, and that one goes over the top of the boards. Another good scoring chance there for the St. Louis Ambush. But two things about that. Danny Waldman was in a good position. And two, that ball was a little bit out of control. They couldn't get a good shot on it. But I like what the Ambush are trying to do here. And they've been very good off the restart with these set pieces.
It's good. It's pressure and it's constant, but what it is also is patient. They're not trying to force anything. They're not trying to do what the Comets are doing, which is give up the ball in low percentage shots.
Back come the Missouri Comets. Here's Asadpour. Number 7 had the hat trick last game, one of the league leaders in points. He goes to Harris. Harris, right side. Good job there by Sell to pick it off, and back come the Ambush.
Another risky pass by the Comets.
Here's Hobson. Hobson's got the ball at midfield. He'll go right side. That's Roach. Roach with his left to Hobson again. He's got O'Dane Sinclair in front if he sees him. Flips this time, waits for more. A big shot. That one goes over the net, but a nice crank there by Mattingly. And back he comes with a head ball. Good pressure here by the Ambush. It's stolen. Back comes Gibson. And here comes Asadpour, but he's 1-on-3. He gives it to Gibson, who's now 2-on-3. Goes right side, and Sosa gets it caught up in his feet. and the ambush is there to play good defense.
It's another example, Joe, the ambush being able to get back and stop that pressure.
Here's Sosa on the left side. Switching to his left, a big save by Ritchie. Nice diving right-handed save there by Ritchie. And Sinclair's going to be rung up here for the trip on Gibson. It'll be a restart. 11.6 seconds left in this first quarter, and you've got to like what you see from the ambush.
I don't know if I like that penalty, though, Joe. I thought Gibson had his arms extended.
Here's Sosa in front. That one will be cleared, and that should just about do it. Maybe one more shot here as Waldman comes in. Asadpour turning, shooting, but a nice block by Mattingly and good defense by the ambush. A nice quarter. So far, there is no score from the Family Arena between the ambush and the Comets. And when we come back, we'll get you set for quarter number 2. A good defensive job. You're listening to St. Louis Ambush Soccer against the Missouri Comets live from the Family Arena in St. Charles on TalkSTL.com.
Tom, have you been to Jack Wagon's Teachers lately?
I've swung some balls at Jack Wagons inside the wiffle ball cage, the only one around.
The World Series of Wiffle Ball happens at Jack Wagons, but it's so much more. If you want to go there and just have a drink, watch a game, play some pool, throw some bags, karaoke, the wiffle ball as we mentioned, you can do all that. Oh, plus, ding, there's fantastic food. Jack Wagons Teachers. It's 94 in Jungerman. Hard Jack.
And there's also a taco/nacho bar on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to close, $3.99.
Plus, they have on Wednesdays this whole competition. Throw 8 pucks on the shuffleboard table, 8 swings, 8 bags, and if you answer 10 trivia questions, all of those winners get blues tickets.
And you must wear clothes. It's a requirement at Jack Wagons.
Not all the time. I've seen you shirtless in the wiffle ball cage. But go to Jack Wagons Teachers. It is a very cool place, or we wouldn't say that.
94 and Jungerman, Jack Wagons Teachers. It's not just billiards anymore.
Hey, it's Boom Boom. I smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day for over 20 years. After walking into Vapor Locker USA, I haven't had one in over a year. You know why? Because the e-cig at Vapor Locker USA works. Once you make the decision to switch to Vapor e-cigs, this is the place to go. They actually take the time to show you what vaping is all about, from how the kit works to getting the right e-juice. Vapor Locker USA was the first brick-and-mortar vapor shop in St. Louis and has been open for over 2 years. No one has more experience in e-cigarettes than Vapor Locker USA. No one. Period. End. Kits come complete with a bottle of e-juice with over 120 flavors to choose.
Make your next casino or Texas Hold'em night a winner with a Royal Flush or Lucky 21 promotion. Don't forget to ask about our fall football programs, Pinshot.com, ensuring sports' greatest moments.
Now, back to the St. Louis Ambush on TalkSTL.com.
Welcome back to the Family Arena. No score so far after 1 quarter. We get set for the second between your St. Louis Ambush and the Missouri Comets from Kansas City. Alongside Fred Slow, filling in beautifully for Bill McDermott. My name is Joe De Niro on TalkSTL.com. Don't forget, you can watch us on YouTube and get the audio as well. YouTube/St. Louis Ambush. Speaking of the ambush, here they are in the Missouri end. It's stolen there, but Mattingly trying to get a hold of it. Megson on the ground. And back comes Missouri. This is Brathwaite. On the left side, he's got San Luis. Tries to get it to him off the boards. 2 ambush players there. A nice job by Mesley and by Kafidzic. And Ritchie makes the easy save. The outlet pass now, he rolls it to Sell. Sell with his left. Left side. That's the team captain, Antoniuk. Being hounded there. Into the box. That one is deflected. Couldn't get a good shot away. Nice defense by Missouri. Here's Mattingly for St. Louis. Mattingly in the box, turning Antoniuk, a big save. Oh, wow, the best chance of the game for either team. And a huge save there by Danny Waltman on Antoniuk. Makes the diving save. And we are scoreless with 13:54 left in the second quarter. What a nice play.
Missed opportunity there for the ambush. Put it right on goal. If he hadn't grabbed the rebound right away, we had an offensive player right there and put it in.
Nice to see the ambush getting some offensive going. Their defense has been pretty stellar to this point. Not a whole lot of great scoring chances for this powerful Missouri team. Here's Harris back in his own zone. He's by DiMaria, but not for long. In front, nice play there by McSheehy. He clears it out all the way to midfield. Back to get it is Rodriguez for Missouri. Rodriguez, left side for Harris. Harris back to Andrews. Playing a little keep away here. Right side for San Luis. He goes around the defenseman. Out comes Ritchie. A 50-50 ball. He makes the play. O'Dane Sinclair loses the ball. In front to Ivanovic. And there's going to be a timeout. One of the signs on the field ripped apart. They're going to make sure that they get a hold of that.
Well, Worldwide Technologies will appreciate them putting that back down.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
Sticking it back on the field like that. That was probably the best offensive chance there as the Missouri Comets. A nice play to get away from the defenseman, San Luis, but Ritchie was there. Came out for the 50-50 ball and luckily won it. Here's Hobson at midfield. Kicks it up. Stokic loses it. Here come the ambush. 2-on-1, a big shot and a save. Hobson with the left. Right side. This one goes through the goal mouth. And back comes Pollard. Pollard will kick it right side to Hobson. With the left, it's intercepted there. Stokic tries to get it back. And Ivanovic trips over the ball, has to kick it back to his keeper. He was lucky he could get control of it there. And their keeper, Danny Waltman, has the ball.
Sloppy possession so far for the Comets.
Waltman to Asadpour. Watch him one-on-one. He goes to Gibson. Gibson being looked at there. Now a give-go to Asadpour. Right side, back to Gibson it goes. He goes right, gets around Mesley, but not for long, and they're going to call Gibson for the foul. Got his arms in there.
We mentioned that earlier, Joe, in the first quarter. He's extending the elbow a little bit when he's possessing the ball.
And a good call there as he shoved Mesley out of the way. Here's Ritchie with the restart. Kicks it all the way down to the yellow line. That ball is headed into the Missouri Comet bench. That will be St. Louis ambush ball with 11:56 left here in the second quarter. And the ambush showing some signs of life. Here's Grork to the yellow line to Antoniuk. He's got two on him. Make that three. Now Gibson kicks it back to his keeper and takes that ball out of harm's way. Left side, Vahid Asadpour. All the way up for Gibson on the left side. Sell watches him. Grork comes in. They take him down, and the referee all the way across the pitch is going to make that call. And the ambush and their fans are not happy about it.
There have been maybe 4,000 people here, Joe, and I think he was the only one who saw that foul.
On the restart. Big shot. That one goes wide, and that was a pretty healthy one from number 15. That was Cody Andrews. Luckily, he missed it. And Vahid Asadpour is going to kick it back to him at midfield. Toes this one into the zone. Good play there by the ambush. Watch Gibson. Gibson, almost a dangerous play there. Don't know how you don't call it when your foot is near somebody else's face, but they let it go. Here's Elvier giving Asadpour chase. Try saying that 4 times really fast.
I like how Kofedska is coming up and putting pressure on the Comets as they're trying to pass the ball around in their own territory.
It's nice. They've got sort of the full field press going here. And it's working so far. No score, 10:46 left in the second quarter. St. Louis ambush and the Missouri Comets. Here's Harris. Flips this left side to Gibson. DiMaria's there. Back to Harris. He toes this one wide, luckily. Elvier Kovidzic off the boards for the ambush. Harris controls it from Missouri now. Kicks it left side. That's way wide. And Mike Mesley clears it. Kovidzic gets the ball, and he kicks it ahead a little too far for Sinclair. Kovidzic gets it back, can't get enough on it as Waldman was out of his box. And another good chance there, and another forced mistake by the ambush to the Missouri Comets. Back they come. Here's Asadpour trying to get in alone. He stops to Gibson, a nice block there. And luckily, Mattingly was in the way. Chris Mattingly, a very nice block.
He's able to get in front of Gibson, who's lining up the shot, and then make his body bigger to not only, if he wasn't deflecting it, the shot was going to be off the mark.
Here's one that goes through the box. Adamson comes out. He breaks out for the ambush at his own yellow line. Kicks it left side for Mesley. Mesley to Hobson, all the way to midfield. Hobson into the Missouri zone. Now they control it. Back comes Sosa. Stolen there by Mattingly. A good play, number 6. He'll go back to number 16. Dowell, he tries to get him in alone, and again, just a little bit too far. Otherwise, that's a one-on-one with the keeper for Dowell. But a nice play by the ambush. Be careful here. Palmer off the boards in front. We've got a whistle. And we've got a foul on Grork.
Yeah, but Gibson's spending a lot of time on the turf, Joe.
He's not the tallest guy out there. And he does seem to go down a lot, but he is crafty.
The offense runs through him. That's apparent to everyone in the building. And the ambush are doing a great job of isolating him whenever he has the ball.
On the restart. Left across the boards. Out of harm's way. Nice clearing attempt there. Back in front. They score. The ball tipped around a few times, and that was just unlucky.
Bad hop for the ambush.
Sosa looked like he towed it. That ball flipped around in the box, and in front was Palmer in the right spot at the right time. He taps it home. It's a 2-0 lead for Missouri. That's unfortunate, especially the way that the St. Louis Ambush have been working defensively and a couple of breaks offensively. But it's 2-0. They're only down by 1 score.
Well, the way Jeff Ritchie's been playing the whole first half, you don't want to have that one on the stat sheet, but it bounces around sometimes, and when it does, it can find an errant foot, and that's a goal for the Comets, so it's 2-0.
Wasting no time in the ambush. In the zone, another save by Waldman. He gets run into by Di Maria. Both players kind of shake hands and get up. It was incidental contact there, but it was pretty hard. And Missouri, with the 2-point lead, has the ball in the ambush zone.
I think it's important to answer.
Here comes Antoniuk. He's trying. Tries to tow this one on. Elvir Kafedzic, left side at the yellow line. Ambush doing a good job of slowing it down here with 8:43 left in the second. They're down by 1 score, 2-0. Sell kicks it right side. That's to Antoniuk. Dan Antoniuk in the corner, being pushed there by Stokic. Off the boards it goes, and they finally control it. Back to Antoniuk, it's tipped. And Perez gets it under control. And out they come. Ivanovic, he goes right side. That's Harris. Harris, number 25, in the box. That ball is finally, there's a call. That's Perez. He was leaning on one of the ambush players who looks like he's still down.
Just kind of muscled him down to the ground there, Joe.
And that is Sell. Sell looks to be all right. Kicks it to his keeper. Back comes Ritchie out of his own zone. He'll kick it to Adamson. Adamson, through ball. Nice job there. To Hobson. It bounds in front, and it's kicked away to midfield. Here's Mattingly. Under control nicely. Hobson.
Pass.
Nice pass right side to Adamson. Adamson tries to heel it there to Antoniuk. Check that. That was Pollard. It's intercepted. And back comes Missouri. Nice play there by O'Dane Sinclair on Brathwaite. Oh, this one is misplayed badly by the keeper, Jeff Ritchie. And that will be another goal for the Missouri Comets.
Timing was just off there, Joe. The ball was played back to Ritchie, and as he tried to field it out, he missed the kick. Rolls underneath his own heel.
Boy, oh boy. Another unfortunate set of circumstances. And KC will take a 4-0 lead. Basically what happens is it goes back into the ambush zone. It bounds off the right side of the boards. Ritchie tries to play it with his feet. Couldn't pick it up at that point.
Maybe gets tangled up a little bit with a Comet player.
Got tangled up lost it between his own legs, and there were 2 Comet players there, and all they had to do was tap it in.
Well, I tell you, these goals are disappointing, but here's what's exciting, Joe. It's the holiday weekend, and it's Thanksgiving, and a lot of families come back to town, and they're able to, for the first time in many years, come to a professional indoor soccer game here in St. Louis.
Absolutely.
And they're able to experience the ambush that maybe they had before they went away to college, or maybe they had before they moved their families away. But now that they're here, and you can tell the atmosphere is good, the fans are invested. Scarf night is tonight, where they have these beautiful $30 ambush scarves.
Oh, I thought you meant half-price hot dogs. We've got that too, because you can scarf tonight. That's what I thought you meant. And it is a shame because the ambush have made a couple of mistakes, and it's costed them in this quarter. And now they're down 4-0. Which, those of you that just tuned in, that's not 4 goals. Each goal is worth 2 points, unless it's beyond the 3-point arc. Then, of course, it would be worth 3. Tonight we have 2 2-point goals for the Comets, and they lead this one 4-0 with 7:42 left in the second quarter. But the ambush still in this one, Fred, and this is one of those that, yeah, you got beat pretty badly by this team last week, but you're playing a lot better, and you probably don't deserve to be down, let alone by 2 scores.
Well, and as an expansion team, you don't expect to come out and just control every game and win every matchup, and you got to take your lumps, and that's what the ambush did last week. And it's obvious, not just us, but everyone around the league is going to watch this game. And they're going to say, hey, the ambush understand how to play soccer, and they're going to make those adjustments. And whenever they face the Comets again, or not just the Comets, but any team, they're going to be ready to play. And like we said, a couple fluke goals, and that's exactly what they were. But the ambush they're competitive.
And Daryl Duran will have them back at it with 7:42 left.
It's so difficult for a player to coach, and especially a guy like Daryl Duran, who played at such a high level for so long, where you want your guys to be as invested as you are.
And into the box it goes. The ambush kick it down into the Missouri zone. Back comes Asadpour. Right side to Gibson. You'll hear those 2 names a lot tonight. Richie out of his box plays this one with his feet. Better fate that time. Asadpour, watch him. He's got a left shot, score. You can't leave Vahid Asadpour wide open in front of Jeff Ritchie because he's going to bury it 9.5 times out of 10. That's what he does there. And Missouri now takes a 6-0 lead. Again, 2-point goals, so that's 3 scores here. Missouri on top, 6-0, and you kind of saw that one coming as it was developing.
Whenever we turned it over in our own end, and Gibson takes it in center field, and he's able to get over to Asadpour, who, like you said, is a sniper with that left foot, and he just powers it through Ritchie. There's nothing he can do.
And again, he's a guy that you can't leave alone, but he finds space. He's amazing at creating his own space. Did it there. Just took a step back and threaded it with the left. There's nothing Jeff Ritchie could do on that one.
Even at this point, down by 6 points with just 3 goals or 2 goals if you do it the right way, the ambush don't really need to change up their game plan. They're
absolutely not
right where they need to be.
Couple unlucky breaks. Here they go in the box. That one is not controlled by Kafedzic, but he taps it back to Mesley. Mesley being hounded there by Palmer with one of the goals this evening. All the way back to his keeper, Ritchie. Ritchie up near midfield. Kicks it into the Missouri zone, and then that one by Stokic is knocked out of play. And Mike Mesley will handle the restart for the ambush. He goes all the way across the field, right side for Mattingly, kicks it up to Kafedzic. Being hounded by there, ball stolen now by Rodriguez, taken away. Here the ambush. They've got a chance, but they couldn't get a shot off, and back comes Gibson. Lucky that was a high bouncer. He was off to the races. And back into the ambush zone is Mike Mesley. In a tough spot here, but he does well. Turns out of it. This one in the box. Ambush ball, Brathwaite there. A big left. That one off the glass, luckily deflected, and back come the ambush. Sosa head ball there.
Oh, good play on that 50-50 ball.
50-50 ball there by Mattingly. Looked like he might have gotten it with a handball, but they say no. Woo, that was close. Speaking of handball, that ball bounds into the Missouri box, and just inside the box is Danny Waltman.
Danny Waltman's impressing me a little bit, Joe, as the Comets goalkeeper.
He's a good keeper.
He's aggressive.
Very athletic, too, and he's not afraid to come out of his box and make a play. He's got it now.
He almost tries to act as that 6th attacker, which is, well, dangerous.
Now he kicks it into the ambush end. Heel ball by Gibson is finally controlled by the ambush. They're going to get some fresh legs out as they clear it all the way back to Danny Waldman.
A little confusion on the line change.
5:15 left. Here come the ambush. Nice steal. Here we go. We've got a break. Roach has to slow down. He goes left side. He stops it, turns, looks for reinforcements. Back to Sell. Sell with a weak left. Di Maria tries one, and that one couldn't get a big left foot on it. But it just had enough to get into the goal mouth, and Danny Waldman was there again. Another good job by the ambush, but they've got to get more solid chances when they're in that offensive zone. They've had a couple, but they need more. Back they come to midfield. This is Hobson, number 8. He loses it to Perez. Perez will go all the way back to his keeper, who gives it right back to him. Perez right side, midfield, makes a move. Kicks it back to Harris. Harris now into the ambush zone. Push off there from San Luis, no call. He retains possession of the ball. Here's Harris at the yellow line, back to San Luis. 4:15 and ticking left in the second quarter. Ambush down by 3 scores, 6-0.
When Gibson isn't on the field, the ambush are going with a man-to-man matchup.
And it's working. Here comes Antoniuk. Antoniuk, he's got a 1-on-2. Nice job there by San Luis just to kind of wait his time, and he stole that ball beautifully, and back Missouri comes. Here's Harris. He's got Megson in the box and Stokic to the right. Threads it back to Asadpour, who's directing the troops. And back come, and all the way up near midfield is Danny Waltman. That's a dangerous play there, left side to Brathwaite. Luckily, he let that through.
The ambush
and got to the boards.
The ambush has been very aggressive on the point all night, coming up to either the half-field marker or the three-quarter marker.
Here's Gibson. Gibson with the ball, always dangerous. McSheehy loses it. Gibson comes back, makes a move. McSheehy into the box, and Ritchie sees it and is able to kick it out. Nice play there. That was dangerous. Here's Brathwaite. 3:09 left. Big shot. That one goes 5 feet over the top of the net. It'll be a restart for Jeff Ritchie, the ambush keeper. And again, good defense by the ambush, not giving the Missouri Comets a bunch of space, but they need to create some of their own. They've had a few chances. Just need to keep pushing here. Here's Ritchie. Left side to Mike Mesley. Mesley across midfield with a purpose. Right side tries to thread it through the box, and it's stolen there nicely by number 19. That's John Sosa. Sosa brings it up out of his own end. Right side for Vahid Asadpour. He's got 1 tonight. He had 3 the other night against the ambush. Cody Andrews goes back to his keeper. The Missouri keeper kicks it with his left. That's Danny Waltman to Sosa. The ambush giving chase here. They break the press. Here comes Palmer. Di Maria on him right there. Palmer all the way down into the ambush zone, turning. And Sinclair, O'Dane, nice job there with his right to get it out. Now with his left, being hounded there by Megson, and he's going to get rung up for that. O'Dane Sinclair with a pretty healthy push on Megson. Luckily, it wasn't a dangerous play in a 2-minute. Speaking of 2 minutes, we got 2:12 left in this half. Off the restart, it's Harris, and they're going to take a timeout. They're going to want to talk about it. Try and get that set piece going. And again, the ambush are doing a very nice job, Fred Slow, and not panicking. Doing a good job defensively. They've made 2 or 3 mistakes, and that's what's led to this 6-0 lead. And unfortunately, you can't give this Missouri Comet team any extra chances, and when you do, they're going to burn you. And they've done just that. And they've scored 3 times. It's 6-0, 2 points for each goal. No 3-point goals yet this evening. With 2:12 left in the half, the ambush talking it over with Daryl Duran. They've not played a terrible first half. They really haven't. In fact, you would say that for at least a quarter of this half, they played a little bit better than this Missouri team, but Missouri has made the most of their chances. The ambush have not.
If this game was still 0-0, if this game was still 0-2, I wouldn't be surprised at all, Joe. I think the ambush are doing exactly what they want to do. If we're able to, and it kind of me, it looks like maybe the ambush are trying to run the Comets, maybe they're trying to run them out of their own legs. what they're doing on defense is they're minimizing their movements, which is keeping the Comets from going where they want to go. And then on offense, they're only taking the opportunities that are there. They're not trying to force it. They're not trying to do things outside of their skill set.
Right.
And with that mindset, I think, and I'm sure Coach Duran and Jeff DiMauro, they're going to have the guys where they need to be come, the second half and later in the game with an opportunity to, tie, win, or well, at least compete, like we said, which is what we want our team to do.
There you go. Couldn't said it better myself. And that's saying something, because I say a lot, Fred Slow. Joe De Niro, Fred Slow with you, live from the Family Arena. The Missouri Comets up 6-0, 2:11 left here in the first half. Here's Jeff DiMaria. DiMaria, this one ping-pongs a while, and finally the ambush get it under control. It's Adamson. He'll turn, does the wise thing, gets it stolen by Andrews, and here's Jeff DiMaria, back to Adamson. Right side for Mike Mesley, does a nice job to clear it out. Rodriguez is there for Missouri. He's hounded by two ambush defensemen, and back to Cody Andrews he goes. Andrews goes back to Sosa, and they're going to take their time and try and set something up here with a 6-0 lead.
I don't think the ambush are going to let them hold on to it. I think, that, like you said, they're going to get a guy out on point who's going to be aggressive with the ball, like Roach is coming out right now.
If you've just joined us, we're live at the Family Arena. Missouri goals from Palmer, Sosa, and Asadpour have the Missouri Comets on top of your St. Louis ambush 6-0. Nice flick on with the head from Alvarez. They're in no hurry to try and get an offensive chance. Here's Stokic all the way back to his keeper. And Danny Waltman will control there.
Just about 1 minute left in the first half.
Waltman taking his time, very deliberate with his actions, kicks it right side into the ambush zone. Here's Hobson trying to give chase. Stokic there.
Good positioning by the ambush there.
He kicks it out of Dowell's way. And now the ambush trying to shout instructions and mark up, maybe get a chance in the last 43 seconds here of this half. This ball goes all the way down. Hobson controls it, but knocks it right back to Brathwaite, who touches it to Asadpour. Back up to Brathwaite. Back to Asadpour. A toe into the box, and a nice save there by Ritchie. Rebound. Nice defense, and the ambush finally clear it. There's Asadpour again. He's stealth. Just when you think he's not there, he gets a shot off. Here he is again on the right side. Kicks this one, a nice play by the ambush to kick it away with 10 seconds left and a 6-0 lead. They're going for more. A shot! That one is wide. A nice one by Alvarez. Back come the ambush. 2 seconds left, and Kavidzic doesn't know how much time there is, and it'll run out. So the half will end. The ambush on the short side of a 6-0 game, but played much better through this one. And you hate to say it's only 6-0, but Fred Slow, it's only 6-0 Missouri Comets. The ambush doing a pretty decent job there at defense. A couple of lapses, and they had a few offensive chances, but couldn't get anything solid. A couple of big shots, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Their goalkeeper, Danny Waldman, has been outstanding.
You're not going to see a lot of matchups where when the team's going at halftime and one team's leading by 6 and another team's trailing, where it's going to be reversed. I don't think the Comets are necessarily going to be pleased with the way their first half went, and I think the ambush could be. And like we said, the 6 goals is difficult, but we're going to have a chance to come back from that, and it's the exact opposite of what it was last week.
There's no doubt. You're listening to St. Louis Ambush Soccer alongside Fred Slow, who's filling in for Mr. Soccer, Bill McDermott. I'm Joe De Niro. We'll be back with some stats and a couple of keys to the second half right after this. It's the halftime show. St. Louis Ambush are losing to the Missouri Comets. It's 6-0 for those of you that are just joining us. 2-point goals, so that's only 3 scores. We got this. Second half coming up in just a few minutes, and we'll get you set for that coming up in just a couple. It's Fred Slow, it's Joe De Niro. It is St. Louis Ambush Soccer live at the Family Arena on TalkSTL.com.
Tom, have you been to Jack Wagon's teachers lately?
I've swung some balls at Jack Wagons inside the wiffle ball cage, the only one around.
The World Series of wiffle ball happens at Jack Wagons, but it's so much more. If you want to go there and just have a drink, watch a game, play some pool, throw some bags, karaoke, the wiffle balls we mentioned, you can do all that. Oh, plus, ding, There's fantastic food. Jack Wagon's Teachers. It's 94 in Jungerman. RJ.
And there's also a taco/nacho bar on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to close, $3.99.
Plus, they have on Wednesdays this whole competition. Throw 8 pucks on the shuffleboard table, 8 swings, 8 bags, and if you answer 10 trivia questions, all of those winners get Blues tickets.
And you must wear clothes. It's a requirement at Jack Wagon's.
No, not all the time. I've seen you shirtless in a wiffle ball cage. But go to Jack Wagon's Teachers. It is a very cool place, or we wouldn't say that.
94 and Jungerman, Jack Wagon's Teachers. It's not just billiards anymore. Here's a number you need to put in your phone right now, 314-291-8899. That's our friend, attorney at law, Jason Faust.
And trust me, from a guy who's been married 14 times, I know good and bad attorneys. You need a guy you can trust. That is Jason Faust. That's F-A-U-S-S. Whether you're talking bankruptcy, criminal defense, DUI, DWIs, family laws, you name it, he's your guy.
Find him on faustlaw.com. If you or a loved one are in need of a lawyer, give our friend Jason Faust a call. He'll help you out. 314-291-8899. He's a good guy. He's on the show every Friday. We know Jason Faust, and he's a reasonable priced lawyer.
So call him today. That number again, 314-291-8899 for attorney Jason Faust, F-A-U-S-S.
He's local, just like you. The decision to hire an attorney is an important one and should not be based solely on advertising. Let me tell you a story about Kyle and Kelly. They met, they dated, they married, and then they had themselves the little Shamrocks. Now, when Shamrocks was born, Kyle and Kelly nurtured their little Shamrocks. And they told Shamrocks that he could grow up to be anything Shamrocks wanted to be. Shamrocks could make people feel welcome by serving the customers good, wholesome food that would make their bellies full. Shamrocks certainly could provide plenty of drink to enhance the mood of the people gathered. Shamrocks could be a family-friendly place where any sort of celebration could be properly enjoyed. With Kyle and Kelly's love, Shamrocks has prospered and stands proudly on Veterans Memorial Parkway at 70 in Cave Springs. Feel free to stop by and see how Shamrocks is doing nowadays. And be sure to tell Kyle and Kelly what a good time you had and how Shamrocks made you smile. Because every parent likes to hear about how their Shamrocks made them smile. Shamrocks. Shamrocks.
After going to the St. Charles Chill game, your kid wants to play goalie. Not a problem, until you see the sticker price on all the equipment. Let Play It Again Sports St. Peter's outfit your kid's new sport at a price that's not going to set you back a house payment. They deal in all sports: hockey, baseball, softball, golf, lacrosse, fitness, and more. They'll buy it on the spot, cash with no appointment necessary. All sports, all year long. Don't get stuck with a garage full of equipment that doesn't fit. Take it in to Play It Again Sports and trade it for something they can use. Open 7 days a week and online at playitagainsportsstpeters.com. Kids grow up quick and jump as much as 2 to 3 sizes in a season. That's why Play It Again Sports in St. Peter's is there to save you money and make everybody smile. Reuse, recycle, replay at Play It Again Sports in St. Peter's off Mid-Rivers Mall Drive.
STL.com. While you enjoy your listening experience to our original programming, we would like to announce that Shamrocks is TalkSTL.com's official watering hole, eatery, and establishment to have happy fun times in. Whether it's enjoying their lunch buffet or trying to fill the void after partaking in too many libations, Shamrocks will not disappoint. May we suggest the Pub House Club or the Dublin O'Fatty. Dublin O'Fatty. Fun to say, even better to eat. Shamrocks. Be sure to say TalkSTL.com at the bar and receive $1 Petrol Naturals. Again, fun to say, better to drink. $1 Petrol Naturals. Shamrocks. Veterans Memorial Parkway
at 70 in Cave Springs. Party starts when you arrive.
Are you looking for new, exciting, and inexpensive ideas to boost revenue and attendance at your next grand opening, charity event, or fundraiser? If so, visit Pinshot.com. Pinshot.com is St. Louis's leading provider of specialty sport promotions like the half-court shot, field goal kick contest, and hole-in-one shootouts. Make your next casino or Texas Hold'em night a winner with a Royal Flush or Lucky 21 promotion. Don't forget to ask about our fall football programs. Pinshot.com, ensuring sports' greatest moments.
Now, back to the St. Louis Ambush on TalkSTL.com.
We're at halftime. It's the Ambush and the Missouri Comets, and the Comets with a 6-0 lead over the Ambush. Again, a couple of mistakes for the St. Louis Ambush, and that led to 2 of the goals. They just have to play better offense, and they're in this game. And keep in mind, they lost 28-7 to this very same Missouri Comets team, but playing decent enough to where it's 6-0 right now. And again, each goal is worth 2 points, so that's only 3 scores. And it all started, a mistake in the box. This one was a deflection off of Palmer. I think what the Ambush were complaining about is they wanted a handball. It was close. It looked like it got him on the arm. The goal stands, and it was 2-0 at that point for Missouri. Sosa gets the second goal. It was a mistake by Ritchie. He tried to play it off the boards with his feet. It went between his legs. Sosa was there with Brathwaite. They put it home for a 4-0 lead, and then a name you hear a lot when you hear about the Missouri Comets. If it's not Gibson, it's Vahid Asadpour. He gets his 4th goal against the Ambush, and he's one of the points leaders in the MISL, and with good reason, because when he's all alone, he can flat finish. And finish he did that time, all alone to the left side with the left foot, and he scoops it home, and that leads to the 6-0 Missouri Comet lead so far here at halftime. Again, as we talked it over with Fred Slow, who's in for Bill McDermott tonight. Hopefully Bill will be back next month. We wish him and his family well, for sure. The Ambush doing a very nice job defensively, a lot more aggressive tonight, and they're forcing more mistakes for the Missouri Comets. And the Missouri Comets have gotten a couple of chances, but a couple of defensive, aggressive mistakes on the Ambush part. And all they have to do is just keep that up. They've got nothing to be ashamed about, the Ambush don't. Being down 6-0, they have played more of their game than they did last time. They just need to try and get some more shots and some more offense on net. And the goaltender, not too shabby for the Missouri Comets, Danny Waltman. He's been outstanding, and he's been, as we can see, the 6th attacker for the Missouri Comets as well. This Missouri Comet team is loaded, and you can't leave them alone, and Ambush are doing a really good job of marking up. But as we said, a couple of mistakes led to a 6-0 lead so far. But don't kid yourselves, the St. Louis Ambush still in this game, and we look for bigger and better things in the second half. And hopefully Elvir Kavidzic can get going. It's his first game, the Bosnian, for the St. Louis Ambush, as he has taken the place of Vandergriff in this game. And hopefully they can get some offense together and play more cohesively. Again, 6-0 right now as it stands. The Missouri Comets lead our St. Louis Ambush here at the Family Arena. If you'd like to get tickets, again, your next shot at a game will be December 29th. If you go to stlouisambush.com, you can grab tickets there, or if you just show up to the Family Arena here in St. Charles, you can buy them at the box office. And all the home games you can be heard right here on TalkSTL.com. Also on YouTube. If you go to YouTube/St. Louis Ambush, you can watch and listen live to every game. So check that out when you can. About 3.5 minutes left till we start quarter number 3 and the second half. Fred Slow will slide in, and we'll see if these Ambush can get on the scoreboard and get going. Not too bad so far, but they are down by 3 scores. It is the Missouri Comets 6, your St. Louis Ambush nothing. And we'll be back with the second half right after this. It's St. Louis Ambush Soccer on TalkSTL.com.
Let me tell you a story about Kyle and Kelly. They met, they dated, they married, and then they had themselves the little Shamrocks. Now, when Shamrocks was born, Kyle and Kelly nurtured their little Shamrocks. And they told Shamrocks that he could grow up to be anything Shamrocks wanted to be. Shamrocks could make people feel welcome by serving the customers good, wholesome food that would make their bellies full. Shamrocks certainly could provide plenty of drink to enhance the mood of the people gathered. Shamrocks could be a family-friendly place where any sort of celebration could be properly enjoyed. With Kyle and Kelly's love, Shamrocks has prospered and stands proudly on Veterans Memorial Parkway at 70 in Cave Springs. Feel free to stop by and see how Shamrocks is doing nowadays. And be sure to tell Kyle and Kelly what a good time you had and how Shamrocks made you smile. Because every parent likes to hear about how their Shamrocks make them smile. Shamrocks. Shamrocks. Here's a number you need to put in your phone right now, 314-291-8899. That's our friend, attorney at law, Jason Faust.
And trust me, from a guy who's been married 14 times, I know good and bad attorneys. You need a guy you can trust. That is Jason Faust. That's F-A-U-S-S. Whether you're talking bankruptcy, criminal defense, DUI, DWIs, family laws, you name it, he's your guy.
Find him on faustlaw.com. If you or a loved one are in need of a lawyer, give our friend Jason Faust a call. He'll help you out. 314-291-8899. He's a good guy. He's on the show every Friday. We know Jason Faust, and he's a reasonable priced lawyer.
So call him today. That number again, 314-291-8899 for attorney Jason Faust, F-A-U-S-S.
He's local, just like you. The decision to hire an attorney is an important one and should not be based solely on advertising.
Tom, have you been to Jack Wagon's Teachers lately?
I've swung some balls at Jack Wagon's inside the wiffle ball cage, the only one around.
The World Series of Wiffle Ball happens at Jack Wagon's, but it's so much more. If you want to go there and just have a drink, watch a game, play some pool, throw some bags, karaoke, the wiffle balls we mentioned, you can do all that. Oh, plus, ding, there's fantastic food. Jack Wagon's Teachers. It's 94 in Jungerman, RJ.
And there's also a taco/nacho bar on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to close, $3.99.
Plus, they have on Wednesdays this whole competition. Throw 8 pucks on the shuffleboard table, 8 swings, 8 bags, and if you answer 10 trivia questions, all of those winners get Blues tickets.
And you must wear clothes. It's a requirement at Jack Wagon's.
Well, not all the time. I've seen you shirtless in a wiffle ball cage. But go to Jack Wagon's Teachers. It is a very cool place, or we wouldn't say that.
94 and Jungerman, Jack Wagon's Teachers. It's not just billiards anymore.
Now, back to the St. Louis Ambush on TalkSTL.com.
Welcome back to the Family Arena alongside Fred Slow, in for Mr. Soccer, Bill McDermott. My name is Joe De Niro. Where the score here, as we get set for the start of the second half, is Missouri Comets 6, your St. Louis Ambush nothing. But again, the Ambush on the edge of making something happening here. And me and my grammar tonight. They're right on the cusp. If they could just get some more offensive chances, and maybe, we mentioned this too, take some three-point shots. They haven't been shooting from outside of the box. They've been looking for that pretty play. Take a couple of chances, because it's not expected right now from their goalkeeper and from their defense.
Well, they've absolutely shown a lot of patience. Throughout the first half, they weren't trying to do too much, play within your skill set. We've touched on all those things. But, Joe, do you think maybe at halftime, Coach Duran says, hey, guys, let's flip the switch. Let's pick up the intensity. Let's put on, let's take that single point pressure, and go to, 2 or 3 guys. Let's really try to open it up, because we can either lose big or we can come back and tie this thing.
This is true. Back to action we go. Controlling it are the Missouri Comets. Here's Harris. Harris fighting there with Antoniuk. He finally steals it. Nice job there by the Ambush midfielder. Up the Ambush comes. That ball kicks around, goes back into the Ambush zone. DiMaria gives chase. It's Gibson on it. Watch Gibson. Tries to thread it through Jeff DiMaria. He says no and clears it. It goes all the way back to the Missouri goalkeeper, Danny Waltman. They kick it into the ambush zone. That looked like a handball, no call. Here's Palmer. Shoves it right side, but Dowell is there in the box. Gibson scores. Again, another defensive lapse for the ambush. And Gibson, right place, right time. He toes it in. Unfortunate and not the way the ambush wanted to start this third quarter.
In other news, Joe, update from the Chill game. The Chill lead 2-1 at the second intermission.
Very nice.
So there's some good news.
So this ball looked like it was going to be controlled. It was kicked back into the zone. It flipped around. And there were three guys there. Who gets his toe on it? Gibson.
Bounced off 2 or 3 heels before it rolls into the goal.
And again, that's a guy you got to watch. Even when you watch him, you can't watch him. He's amazing.
The Comets immediately controlled after the kickoff from the ambush.
Here come the ambush. Trying to pick up the pace here. Kavidzik. Nice play to O'Dane Sinclair, but he gets it stolen by Perez. Perez comes back. They've got numbers the other way, but a nice play by Mike Mesley to clear it. And here's Sosa from Missouri. Sosa kicking it left side now. Controlled by the ambush. But it comes back somehow to Sosa, who toes it into the box, and that one is controlled by Alvarez. Almost a dangerous play there. O'Dane Sinclair missed it. Luckily, so did Perez, and Ritchie was there to scoop it up. Almost another giveaway goal there, Fred Slow. As this one comes to midfield, goes over the boards, that's going to be a restart for Missouri. Here's their goalkeeper playing it up. That's Danny Waldman, kicking it all the way into the left corner. And into the ambush zone. Back they come. Here's Adamson for Hobson. Hobson on the break.
He's got room.
Outlet to Sell. Sell with the left. It's off the boards and wide. This one into the crease. Hobson with a left. That one's blocked. Sell comes back with a head ball. The ambush keep it alive, and they're going to ring up. That's number 23, Byron Alvarez, on the dangerous play. He doesn't like it. It doesn't matter. It's going to be ambush ball.
Because McShee went out for the ball, and what he did was he got his body underneath them and didn't let him come down to the ground. That's a dangerous play, Joe.
Brian Sell on the inbounds. Big left foot. That one hits above the net and comes back out. Sell, right side now. There's Antoniuk. Nice flick. Adamson scores. That one's going to count, and a nice 1-2 punch by the ambush. Nicely done.
Was that Dan Antoniuk with the heel?
Antoniuk, yes, he did. Heeled that one to Adamson, and it just did go over the line. That just goes to show you how much their keeper is on it. He still got it, but after it was over the line. Nice heel. He hits it about chest high, and that ball actually goes off Danny Waltman and into the net. Nice play there by the back into the ambush zone. They have control. Here comes Gibson again. Watch him. Into the box. Tips it back. A shot. Harris with a head ball, and Ritchie with a diving save.
Full extension on that save, Joe.
Dowell finally clears it. Roach is there. He takes it from Andrews, and now it's kicked all the way back to the keeper, Waldman. Waldman will play it in his own zone to Harris. Good pressure there by Dowell. Dowell makes him hit it off their boards. Here comes Harris with some speed across midfield to the yellow line. Into the box, but Dowell controls it there and then kicks it all the way back into the Missouri zone. As the ambush finally get on the board here, it's 8-2. And here's Gibson from Missouri to Sosa. Midfield to Stokic. Stokic, a big shot, but a nice block there by McShee. He controls it for the moment. Asadpour giving chase there, and he finally has it with the left. And it finally makes its way back to Megson and control for Missouri. Sosa, left side to Gibson. Jeff DeMaria on him. He has help from Kafedzic. Nice play. They get the ball. Into the corner it goes. Sosa and DeMaria kicking at it. DeMaria comes away with it. Kicks it by Gibson.
Good effort. They're able to take it away from 3 Comet players.
And it makes it all the way down to the Missouri zone to guess who? Goalkeeper Danny Waltman. Waltman's got to play it quickly. Kafedzic to O'Dane Sinclair. Oh, that's going to be a 2-minute penalty. Rodriguez trips up Kafedzic, but they say play on.
Delayed
Here's
call.
Di Maria. It'll be the delayed power play for the Ambush. O'Dane Sinclair, left side. Hobson to McSheehy. Back to Hobson.
Good pass.
Big shot, that one over the top of the net, and the Ambush in pretty good shape here, going to get their first man advantage of the game.
I know it was the delayed call, Joe, but what had happened was the Ambush offensive player, which I think was 14 Mashihi, he was trying to get to the inside of the field where he was just tripped by the Comet defender.
Yeah, he took him down. No ball. Ball had already passed. He got all foot there. And again,
it's the first penalty of the game.
And it's against Lucas Rodriguez. And he definitely stepped on Kafedzic left foot.
My mistake, that was Elver, as we mentioned earlier. This is his first game of the season.
Elvir has entered the building.
So we're able to show just his immediate impact.
And it'll be a restart because the ball went over the net for Missouri. Scooping it up is their goalkeeper. Dangerously there to Asadpour. He calmly kicks it back to the keeper, Waldman. Now to Asadpour. The Ambush on the power play. 1:48 ticking. They're trying to get the ball back. Here's Andrews breaking out for Missouri. He kicks it to Harris, and a nice job at keep away Missouri is doing. Asadpour turns and takes off. Right around Roach he goes to Gibson.
He's going to try to do too much here.
Left side, he kicks it all the way back down to Danny Waldman, and it looks like a Missouri Comet man advantage here, and not for the Ambush. They've got to get the ball. Waldman. And he's going to get rung up there. It'll be a yellow card and a 2-minute penalty. And that one's going to go on Roach.
Oh, my gosh.
With 1:19 left. And there goes the man advantage for the St. Louis Ambush.
You just hate to see that.
Roach and Waldman talking about it now.
You understand there's a little frustration on the Ambush side as, they want to possess the ball and they want to be able to take advantage of the extra player, but
that one's going to be Brian Sell. Sell's going to get rung up. Roach and Waldman still talking about, hey, it's a 50-50 ball. I didn't mean to toe you in the knee. How's your mother? Her pumpkin pie is delicious. Get back into your box.
Thanks for asking.
Missouri on the restart in their own zone all the way to Gibson in the left corner. He threads it through to Andrews. Luckily, it was too hard because Andrews was alone. Harris tripped up. They say play on. That ball goes out of play, and the Ambush will get this back on the restart. 9:49 here left in the third quarter. The Ambush finally on the board, but it's 8-2 Missouri Comets. And they're doing a good job here of keeping possession in this third quarter. But the Ambush finally sneak one past Waldman.
So we're still 5-on-4 for the Ambush. It looks like, and I didn't hear the official call, but I'm going to guess it was a warning to the bench?
That's what they gave the yellow to the bench and the 2-minute penalty to Sell. And back come the Ambush in their own zone. This is Ritchie. Ritchie to Roach. Roach left side. Kafedzic there. Di Maria, top of the key. Left foot, in front, they score! Nice 1-2 touch. It was Di Maria to Antoniuk to O'Dane Sinclair right in front. And the Ambush score their second goal of the game, and they now make it a 4-goal deficit. Nice 1-2-3 punch there.
Obviously some outstanding passing by the Ambush, but what Antoniuk was able to do was able to body up in front of the goal, get his back to the goalie where he didn't know how to react because Antoniuk could have shot at that point, but he was able to pass it clear across the goal crease where the goalie was out of position for that easy put-in.
And my bad too, Fred, since it was a a bench penalty on that one. It wasn't actually a 2-minute penalty. That was a yellow card to the bench, which meant that the Ambush still kept their power play intact, so that's a man advantage goal. So our mistake on that one. We thought it was a yellow card and a 2-minute penalty. It was a yellow card, a warning to the bench. Now if they get a red, somebody will be tossed, and it'll be a penalty at that point. With 9:06 left, the Ambush have come back here to make it an 8-4 deficit. The Missouri Comets still on top, but the advantage now clearly to the Ambush, and let's hope they can continue it.
And psychologically speaking, it's important to capitalize when you know you should. When you have that man advantage, you want to be able to come out and play your game plan and dominate on that set, and they did. And because they, we're trailing by only 4 points or 2 goals, and the Ambush are still in it.
And now we're going to have a restart on the restart. It's San Luis. I've had that. It's delicious, by the way, for Missouri.
I see what you did there.
Kicking it back to Waltman. Waltman, the goalkeeper, who's done a fine job. He's gotten beaten twice, but 2 good goals by the Ambush. And here comes Palmer up the right side for Missouri. Palmer, nice move by Adamson. The ball didn't go with him, luckily, and he's got to retreat and kick it back to Sosa. Sosa to Palmer. He's in alone on the right side. Now he's got some attention from 2 defenders. That's Adamson. Big shot there by Sosa. That would have been a 3-pointer had it gone in. Luckily, it went wide. Back comes Adamson. Threads this one. Palmer takes down the Ambush player, Hobson. No call because he had the ball. Fans not happy there. Here's Sosa. Up to San Luis. Tries to heel it. Can't. And finally goes to midfield and kicked all the way back to Waltman, their goalkeeper. Waltman, the point man. Gets it back from Sosa. Very sure of himself, is out of his own box. To Andrews. Andrews playing it back to their 6th man, their goalkeeper. He's going to bring it up past the yellow line. Now he's going to kick it into the Ambush end. Right side. Nice play there by Mike Mesley. Mesley intercepts a little too strong. It's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Waltman, who's going to bring it back out to his own yellow line. He goes left side to number 25, Harris for Missouri. Harris with his left. Back to Waltman. Waltman, right side. That's number 15. That's Cody Andrews. Andrews now looking for some help. He kicks it back to Perez. They're playing a little keep away and back to the goalkeeper. Waltman it goes. Waltman just taking his time, very methodical to Harris. Harris back to Waltman. And we've heard this before. Waltman now taking a few more liberties. He's coming up more towards midfield. He's almost there. In fact, now he is at midfield. Way up. Hopefully a mistake here. He kicks it to the left side. Now he retreats. It's San Luis, a big left. That one off the boards, and the Ambush still can't control it as that one comes strongly off the boards. And Missouri doing a very good job of slowing it down here. Now back into the Ambush zone. San Luis just can't get that heel down tonight. That foot just too big. And it's got to come all the way back to Waltman, his keeper. Waltman. Ivanovic. Giving chase is Kafedzic. He goes all the way back. Waltman. To Ivanovic. This one is chested down. Stokic is pulled down, and he will get the Hollywood call there. Was probably going to be a call. You can't get your hands on the back of a player, but he made it look pretty.
Well, and he made sure you didn't just see it, but that you heard it, Joe.
Here's Perez off the restart. Big shot, Ritchie. Nice glove save in between the legs. He'll scoop this one up and roll it right side to Mike Mesley. Mesley back to Ritchie. Ritchie kicks it left side to Mattingly. Now to Mesley. Mesley up for O'Dane Sinclair. He's got 2 guys on the left, but he gets hounded by Stokic. Stokic bears the brunt of that blow. Gets hit in the nose by Sinclair's back. Tumbling to the ground there is Dowell, and that'll be a restart for the Ambush just outside the 3-point arc on the left side of the net. 5:44 left here in the third. 8-4 Missouri. Big shot, that over the glass. Mesley, a big stop, and tries to rebound that one. And I don't think it ever made it on net. Sinclair scores! O'Dane Sinclair with a rocket into the upper mesh. Guess who's back in the ballgame?
That was an impossible angle, Joe.
Wow. O'Dane Sinclair had it on his foot, was backing into the crease.
Inside of the red dot, the corner red dot.
Wow. He turned and just hammered that ball into the upper left-hand corner. As we get a look at the replay, Waltman never saw that ball.
If this was baseball, Joe, that's a piss rocket.
Wow. It goes off the top of the net. Mesley gets it blocked there, but Sinclair comes back. 2 defenders. Goes right and just turns and kills it. You're absolutely right. I didn't think he was that far away, but he was right outside of the red dot at the corner, and he just hammered that ball.
Literally with his outside hand on the wall, was able to generate that much power.
And that is exactly what the St. Louis Ambush needed to get back in this game, and back they are. They are down by 1 score. The Missouri Comets lead has shrunken to 8-6 as the Ambush have scored 3 straight here. An unbelievable shot by O'Dane Sinclair, and that just goes to show how the Jamaican can just get free and turn, and before you know it, the ball's behind you.
Well, and we were talking about in the first half, it's not about getting more opportunities, it's about getting the right opportunities, and that's what the Ambush have been able to do here in the second half is come out and put the ball in goal, and whenever they do, they're ready to either rebound what is often, missed on purpose, and then if not, put back, like just there with Sinclair, put it back from point-blank range where you can't do anything if you're the
Beautiful.
Comets.
This crowd is rocking now, Fred Slow. My name is Joe De Niro. We're at the Family Arena where the Ambush are making it a game here against this same Missouri Comet team that beat them 28-7 last Saturday. Different ball game now. They're only down by 2. And here comes the pressure. Waltman almost a mistake there, but back comes Asadpour. He's got some speed. And in the box, and a tap in for Rodriguez. And just like that, the lead returns to 4. Oh, my. You hate to see that.
Alvarez was able to get behind the last Ambush defender.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
That's a gift goal.
Asadpour with some unbelievable speed.
He can run as fast with the ball as some guys can just run.
And he just hammers that one over to Byron Alvarez, and Alvarez just taps it in. I think if he would have had some sort of sneeze or a seizure of some sort, he still would have gotten that ball. That's a beautiful play. That's all Asadpour on that.
He had time to choose which foot.
Wow. But still within, we're going to restart the restart again, aren't we? 5:18 left, and that sucks the air out of this building. Still within striking distance, the Ambush. They're down 10-6. Another 2-point goal for Missouri. And the Ambush can't get their daubers down. A lot of game left. Here's O'Dane Sinclair, who's had a pretty marvelous third quarter. Stolen there by Brathwaite. Sinclair with the ball. Midfield, makes a nice move. 3-point shot. That one's blocked nicely by Sosa. Tries to get the rebound. This one doesn't know where it wants to go. It finally comes all the way back down to Ritchie, who does a very nice head job out of the box. Kafedzic tries to bring it down. He tries to draw a foul there, too. Nothing doing. Here's Sosa. Watch out here. Wide open. In the box, the Ambush finally coming back for some defense. Cody Andrews, a shot that bounds off the boards. Back come the Ambush.
Long rebound.
Here's Antoniuk being pushed there, and that's going to go the Ambush way. Andrews doesn't like it. Both players doing a little shoving.
Andrew and Antoniuk, they're mixing it up right there, right in front of the official.
And Antoniuk gets the call with 4:27 left. It's 10-6. Missouri over the St. Louis Ambush.
Clock's not running. Interesting.
Somebody needs to start the clock. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Not sure who this benefits now. Antoniuk off the sideboards, a big shot. Couldn't get enough wood on it, but McSheehy came in with the left as Antoniuk lost the ball there, but it came right to McSheehy's left. Watch out here. Here comes Adamson. He's got Sinclair. Adamson with the quicks. Ivanovic, number 8, hounds him there. Nice outlet pass. That's Dowell on the left side. Dowell with the left, off the boards, in front. Spinning save there by Waltman, and he just makes it look easy.
I might have argued that came off the Comet defender before Waltman picked it up.
Either way, it was dangerous, and Waltman was right there. Back come the ambush. DiMaria with Dowell. DiMaria into the zone. Roach giving chase into the corner. Watch the left, off the boards. Comes out too far, and Dowell couldn't get a foot on it.
Just too long there, Joe.
Missouri finally gets control of it. Ivanovic finally kicks it out of his own end into midfield. DiMaria, head ball there. Alvarez tries to get control. He cannot, and DiMaria takes over. Here he comes at midfield. He's got a man open on the left, gives it to him. Oh, that's wide. Nice play. Shot that ball wide. Here's Roach to Antoniuk, just beyond the yellow line. Coming back towards his own zone at midfield to Mattingly. Mattingly to Mike Mesley. Here come the ambush, trying to set it up. Mattingly kicks it to the right side. Off the boards it goes, and that one's going to pop up. And Waltman grabs that ball awful close to being out of his crease. He was just on the edge of his own box there, and they say that he was fine. Pretty close. Again, very calm. He will get it back. Kicks it left side. That is to Perez. Perez kicks it back to his keeper. Here's Harris. Harris fakes it to the keeper, turns, and heads the other way. Beats 2 defenders. Now goes right side. That's a Sadpour. Don't leave him alone. Big shot. That's a 3-pointer wide. And back comes Brathwaite. Brathwaite, number 16, a drive. That one goes in, and that is healed by Gibson wide, thankfully. And we've got a player down. That looks to be Brathwaite. He's holding his midsection, and we're going to get a whistle here.
Richie didn't like underneath whenever the offensive player, Leo Gibson, tried to heel the ball past him. Immediately after the save, he comes up jarring.
And that was a nice touch. Fortunately, it went about a foot wide on the right-hand side, but he was all alone in front of Richie, and he got to it first.
Richie's talking to both officials now.
So we take this injury timeout with 2:16 left in the third quarter. The ambush scoring 3 straight after Missouri scored to open up the second half to make it 8-2. The ambush come back, make it 8-6. And about 12, 13 seconds after they get it within 2, Missouri goes, yeah, we're not comfortable with that. We're going to make it 4. Pretty darn good pace to this soccer game alongside Fred Slow. My name is Joe DeNiro. Fred is in for Mr. Soccer, Bill McDermott, tonight. Doing a fine, fine job. Nice crowd on hand again.
See what, Joe, I'm excited to be here. What it is about the ambush, just come back to St. Louis, and I've done some stuff with some other professional teams in town. This is exciting soccer, and it's hard. I know maybe that doesn't translate through the YouTube stream or through the live stream, but it's here. The atmosphere here is very good.
It is quick pace, a lot of back and forth, and it really rivals hockey as far as the pace goes. Not quite that quick, but similar to it.
And we all know how much I love hockey.
You love the hockey, don't you? You love the pucks. I know you'd rather be at Aunt Vicky's house in Fenton doing cookie shots, wouldn't you?
Tough loss for the Blues today. The San Jose jumped out to that early 4-0 lead in the there in the first quarter, first period.
It's period, yeah. You were doing good. Keep going. Yeah, you can't spot a team like San Jose, a 4-goal lead, and expect to win on the road. You just can't. Brathwaite will finally make his way to his feet. With help, he gets to the bench. Hopefully he's all right. Didn't even see what happened on the play. It was actually just after the shot that went wide, and we'll restart it here.
Our spotter up here is saying it looks like it could be a knee because he's not really putting
any. Oh, that's not good.
No pressure on it. You think with a hamstring you can usually under your own power, but yeah, he's immediately down on the bench.
Here's Richie throwing it to midfield. O'Dane Sinclair gets it under control. Right side to Groark. Groark midfield, left foots it back to Jeff DiMaria. DiMaria A left back to Groark. Groark playing a little keep away with DiMaria right in front of the Missouri bench. Back to Ritchie. DiMaria now trying to turn it upfield. Does so. Kicks it into the Missouri zone, and guess who? To kick it out, their goalkeeper. Missouri with control to Asadpour. Be careful here. Ritchie, nice play. A head ball out of his net, but that one is kicked back in and way wide and way over the goal. And over the glass, it'll be a restart for the Ambush.
The goalkeeper for the Comets, Danny Waltman, playing aggressively. He's been playing aggressively all night. You'd like to see him get burned on that, Joe. He's not going to stop doing it until he makes a mistake.
And I think even then he'll continue to do it because he's pretty darn good at it. But all it takes is once. Here's Gibson trying to draw another foul, and he does. Not exactly sure how on that play, but he was on his back. He's short. He gets the whistle. Here's Sosa. Comes back for Perez into the ambush zone. He's got Palmer there. Palmer draws the attention of the three defenders. Andrews with a shot. That's about 6 feet wide. And back come the Ambush. That one at the top of the bench. And they're going to say it touched a Missouri player on the bench.
With a guy like Danny Waltman or, even Gibson or something, and some of the Ambush guys like Messley, they've been the best at their level, every level they played at. And this is as high as it goes, Joe. This is the MISL. And these guys think they can do a lot as athletes, and they often can.
In front it goes. Groark trying to get a shot there. Roach turning, trying to get control. Left side. Two defenders. That's Harris. Makes a play. That ball is in what looked to be like a sixth grade scrum, and now here's Gibson. He gets hammered by both Groark. DiMaria takes the ball away. Gibson gets his hands up, and DiMaria gets the call.
I know we've been talking a lot about the Comets, but Gibson plays as well with his upper body as he does anybody else on the field.
He's like the Tasmanian devil. Just everything's moving. DiMaria kicks it on. Nice move there by Groark. He's tripped up, and if he would have retained possession, they would have let him play, but he stumbled and bumbled, and it's going to be ambush ball.
Just 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. You'd really like to capitalize on this last possession.
It'd be very important and huge to bring it within 2 here if they can. It'll be a restart. This is Roach. Roach is going to call a timeout, and I think that's smart here, Fred Slow. Get that set piece going. The Ambush have been very good all year in the past 3 games at the set pieces. Let Daryl Duran sketch something up and see if they can't punch one in here right before the third quarter ends. There's 36.9 seconds left.
It looks like they were on the same page as us, thinking, this is a real opportunity, and this is the kind of thing where we can make a statement before the next quarter. And then come the fourth quarter, you get a little desperate and you get a little hungry. And if you're there within, 1 goal or you're there within 2 points or whatever, you're able to attack in a way maybe you haven't attacked. And you're able to, like we said, hopefully bring home the W, but we're not going to be able to do that until we score 2 first. So this is an opportunity.
And again, the Ambush doing what they need to do. They've just made a few mistakes in their own zone that have led to big goals.
Brathwaite did not come out with the Comets for the timeout. He's still on the bench, so
looks like he's getting wrapped up there too.
Might be a little more serious than we thought. You hate to see that kind of thing.
Yeah, you don't want to see anybody get hurt no matter what team it is, but hopefully he can ice it up, rehab, and be back next week for this Missouri Comet team.
The Ambush are going to come out. They're going to have a set piece that's going to be on the near side to the Ambush, right outside the 3-point marker. They've been running that fake all night where they come in with the player and then they're driving it off the board. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar with that with like a Gronk or somebody coming in from the right-hand side.
You've got Roach on the restart. He's got Mike Mesley, Jeff DiMaria out top, Groark and Antoniuk in the box. Here it is. Antoniuk turning to Groark. Oh, what a shot and a score! That's another goal for the Ambush. That was absolutely picture perfect. It was so picture perfect, I couldn't describe it.
And Joe, I know you're not going to believe it because of how well he played, but that is Roach's first goal of the season.
Unbelievable. Nice set piece. That's exactly what the Ambush needed. And I want to see this one again because it happened so quickly, yet it was so beautiful. Roach restarts it from the left side. He kicks it to Antoniuk deep on the half boards. Antoniuk in front. It's flicked there by Grork. Grork stops it as if he's going to take a shot. Everybody moves towards him.
Sets it.
He just taps it to Mike Roach, and Roach gets his first of the season. That is great to see. They're back within 2 with 27 seconds left in the third quarter. This one couldn't be any more exciting.
He almost would have got 5 assists on that goal.
My goodness, what a set play by the Ambush. That's exactly why they took that timeout. With 13 seconds left now, here's Jeff Ritchie. They're going to play it safe. Jeff DiMaria, right side. Ambush only down by 2 after being down 6-0 at one point.
Well, and as an expansion team, you know you're going to have your ups and downs, but we're not going to get out coached and we're not going to get out schemed. And Coach Duran's going to be able to do those kind of things and put his guys in the right positions to, and we keep saying it, be competitive.
Now hopefully it doesn't lead to anything here, but a big mistake by Jeff Ritchie. He left foots it over the bench and out of play. On the restart, Asadpour will get it at the top of the key, just inside the three-point area with 1.2 left. Let's hope they can weather the storm here. Asadpour goes right. Nice job there, and that'll do it for the third quarter. A fantastic quarter there for the St. Louis Ambush as they get back in this game. They give one up, but they get 4 and make it 10-8. 4 2-point goals in the third quarter for the St. Louis Ambush. Makes it a 2-point game, and we've got a whale of a fourth quarter coming up right after this. Alongside Fred Slow, in for Bill McDermott, I'm Joe DeNiro. This is St. Louis Ambush Soccer. They're down 10-8 to the Missouri Comets as we get set for the fourth and final quarter of play on TalkSTL.com.
Are you looking for new, exciting, and inexpensive ideas to boost revenue and attendance at your next grand opening, charity event, or fundraiser? If so, visit Pinshot.com. Pinshot.com is St. Louis's leading provider of specialty sport promotions like the half-court shot, field goal kick contest, and hole-in-one shootouts. Make your next casino or Texas Hold'em night a winner with a Royal Flush or Lucky 21 promotion. Don't forget to ask about our fall football programs. Pinshot.com, ensuring sports' greatest moments.
Hey, it's Boom Boom. I smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day for over 20 years. After walking into Vapor Locker USA, I haven't had one in over a year. You know why? Because the e-cig at Vapor Locker USA works. Once you make the decision to switch to Vapor e-cigs, this is the place to go. They actually take the time to show you what vaping is all about, from how the kit works to getting the right e-juice. Vapor Locker USA was the first brick-and-mortar vapor shop in St. Louis and has been open for over 2 years. No one has more experience in e-cigarettes than Vapor Locker USA. No one. Period. End. Kits come complete with a bottle of e-juice. With over 120 flavors to choose from, you can't go wrong, and they start at just $39.98. Now with 2 locations, 13 East Pierce Boulevard in Wentzville and 1032 Country Club Road in St. Charles, and online at VaporLockerUSA.com. Vapor Locker USA, your hometown e-cig supply store. Make sure you get the right e-cig the first time at Vapor Locker USA. I did.
Let me tell you a story about Kyle and Kelly. They met, they dated, they married, and then they had themselves a little Shamrocks. Now, when Shamrocks was born, Kyle and Kelly nurtured their little Shamrocks. And they told Shamrocks that he could grow up to be anything Shamrocks wanted to be. Shamrocks could make people feel welcome by serving the customers good, wholesome food that would make their bellies full. Shamrocks certainly could provide plenty of drink to enhance the mood of the people gathered. Shamrocks could be a family-friendly place where any sort of celebration could be properly enjoyed. With Kyle and Kelly's love, Shamrocks has prospered and stands proudly on Veterans Memorial Parkway at 70 in Cave Springs. Feel free to stop by and see how Shamrocks is doing nowadays. And be sure to tell Kyle and Kelly what a good time you had and how Shamrocks made you smile. Because every parent likes to hear about how their Shamrocks made them smile. Shamrocks. Shamrocks.
Now, back to the St. Louis Ambush on TalkSTL.com.
Welcome back to the Family Arena, where the St. Louis Ambush, with a hell of a third quarter, have made this a 2-point game, which those of you that know, even those of you that don't know, that's one possession. Each goal counts as 2. And they start it. Here's Sell. Sell bodies this one off of San Luis, who oddly enough doesn't play for St. Louis, but for Missouri. That'll be a restart for the Ambush. 10-8, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Ambush kicking it into the box, and that one an easy save for Danny Waltman, who throws it out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Sosa. Here comes Palmer from Missouri. Missouri into the Ambush end. That's Harris being hounded there by Mike Mesley. Nice job. Kicks it away. Palmer tries to get it back, and in the corner, Harris comes back up with it. Harris kicks it to Palmer. Palmer, no room. Mesley doing a good job bodying him there. And finally, Kavidzic takes it, and he breaks out. It's a 2-on-1. Elvir and Gork. Elvir to Gork. He shoots big. Save by Waltman. What a set play there by the Ambush, and they were within a whisker of tying it with 14:08 left here in the fourth quarter.
You know, I'm a bit of a homer, Joe, but excellent athletic ability shown by Waltman to be able to get all the way across the crease on that pass.
Absolutely. He was in the right place, right time, but a nice play, and the Ambush needs more of that if they want to try and tie it and eventually win this game. Here's San Luis being hounded. Lots of hands and arms being thrown there. They play on, and here comes O'Dane Sinclair. He breaks out, and now he's tripped. Should be a 2-minute penalty, and they're going to call him. They're going to ring him up. San Luis and Sinclair along the boards right in front of our broadcast tower here. It's a tower, more than it is a table. They were along the boards, and Sinclair was bodying San Luis. Sinclair finally got a step in front of him, and San Luis
just hooks his foot.
Hooked that left foot, and he's going to go off for 2. Good call there.
He even in the penalty box now, he still can't believe it.
And here comes Jeff DiMaria. Second Ambush power play. They scored on their first one tonight. And here they go. Moving the ball in the box. Tripped up there, and we're going to get a call. I believe that's just outside the box. And the referee is placing it at the red dot. I don't believe this will be a penalty shot, but this will be a restart. Antoniuk was taken down there. And I'm pretty sure that was Asadpour who was there on him.
This is a tough spot for a set play.
And the Ambush may want to talk about this one. 13:26 left. 5-on-4 man advantage. Kavidzic tries to kick it through the wall, no good. And out comes Gibson. They've got a break. Stokic on the breakaway, kicks it into the box, and Ritchie picks it up as Gibson was right there. Good job for the Ambush to recover. That was nearly a break the other way. Here comes DiMaria. 1:27 left in the man advantage. 13:03 left on the clock. Sinclair in the corner for Dow. Dow has to step over.
That's dangerous.
Seymour there, and Andrews. And now they finally clear it, and they kick it towards Jeff Ritchie, who's going to tap it back to Jeff DiMaria.
You can see the Comets, they're going to the ground a lot, looking in an effort just to stall the play with this 5-on-4 advantage for the Ambush.
Here's Roach. Got his first goal of the season tonight. To Kafidzic. To Roach, over to DiMaria. Out top. Now right side to DiMaria. In deep. Off the boards. That one deflected off of Gibson. He volleys it and kicks it to midfield. Roach bringing it back. DiMaria. Over to Kafidzic. Kafidzic looking for a play to DiMaria. Out top by the yellow line. Kafidzic. 3-point range. Kicks it into the box. That was nearly hit home by Antoniuk. He couldn't get a foot on it.
Missed opportunity.
And a nice play there. Here's O'Dane Sinclair. He's going to get rung up in the Missouri zone. The fans don't like it.
I think the official's going to say he wrapped him up there a little bit.
Won't matter. That's going to be Missouri ball. And with 12 seconds left in the man advantage, the Ambush are going to have to get the ball back and get something set here in a hurry. They're down 10-8 with 11:50 left. The ball into the Ambush zone. It's headed on to Ritchie. out of his box. Nice play over there. 10 seconds left. Here's Antoniuk.
Even strength.
Over to
now.
Kaficic. Power play over. Back comes San Luis. Tries to get the ball, but Di Maria retains possession for the ambush. Back out to midfield. Di Maria and Kaficic go off. Mattingly with the ball. He waits there for his troops. Kicks it left side to O'Dane Sinclair, who had a beauty earlier. Let's hope for another one. Mattingly out top. That goes wide off the boards. Comes back out. And San Luis kicks this one out of play. And that will be a ambush restart at the top of the key. They're calling that one
deliberate.
An intentional out-of-bounds play.
The ambush knew it right away.
And the ambush will get another chance for a set piece here. Di Maria back out there with Roach. Roach, right side, score! Another unbelievable goal on the restart. And the ambush has tied the game at 10. What an amazing play. Di Maria and Roach. Unbelievable goal. And I believe it is the team captain. It's Dan Antoniuk. And a nice one on the restart. Backdoors it. What a beauty. Beautiful play, just the way they drew it up. And the ambush have tied it at 10 with 11:08 left. And the crowd is stoked.
Coach Durant must have seen, he knows what set plays are going to work against the Comets, and he's able to set those up.
Head ball now in the ambush crease.
And like we said,
Richie there.
The ambush have not had the most opportunities, but they've had the best ones, and that's why the game is 10-10 right now.
Boy, did they make the most of it there. Just a backdoor feed. Touch, touch. Here's Hobson with some good defense. Otherwise, Palmer was all alone. Back comes Missouri. Big shot, another block, and back come the ambush. Here we go. It's 2-on-3, and Rodriguez can clear it all the way back to his goaltender, who has not had an easy third or fourth quarter, and that's Waltman. Now right side for Alvarez. Alvarez being hounded there. He kicks this one just wide. And it looks like Sell gets away with a grab there, too, in the box. Here comes Groark. He's got Sinclair. Swings it around. Goes back to Roach, number 16. Roach out top to Di Maria. Di Maria, right side. That's Mattingly. Mattingly swings it over to Roach. He loses it to Sosa. Sinclair there can't get a foot on it. And back it comes. Gibson heads it out along the boards. It's Ivanovic. I think I pronounce his name differently every single time. He'll be Ivanovic next time, and I believe that's correct. And then it'll be Ivanovic. Anyway, here's Groark. That I can pronounce. Back to his own goalkeeper, Richie. Kicks it all the way into the zone, and jumping up is their goaltender, Waltman, on the transition.
I like the idea there, though.
Ivanovic in the corner. Groark slides, gets the ball. Ivanovic with a right. It's blocked by Mesley. Nice job. Off the boards it goes. And Roach does a very nice job with that left to clear it. Back in it comes. Turning into the box and a shot. That one luckily was high by Alvarez, or he almost had his second of the night. Both Gibson and Asadpour. Asadpour on the break, off the boards. Left side, he still has possession. Miscommunication there, but he holds on to it. Di Maria tries to kick it away. And they finally do. The ambush. Mesley clearing it. He's got a break, a 2-on-1 if he hurries.
3-on-2 now.
3-on-2. And a nice play by Gibson. He just stayed at home and flicked it, and now back comes Missouri. Perez with a 2-on-2. A shot, and that's a big save by Richie. Richie just inside his own box. Doing a good job to pick it up. Some pushing and shoving and
obviously you have
some gnashing of teeth there in the corner. But Richie finally has the ball.
You have to test manhood at that point, Joe.
Believe they did. And the men are wearing black.
What the Comets are doing here is they moved Gibson back to the point on offense, and defense, they moved him right in front of the goal.
Stokic a near steal, but Kafijic a nice job to retain control. The Bosnian with some moves in the box, and a nice slide tackle there by the goalkeeper, Waltman, and back comes Missouri. That was exciting, if only for a bit. Here's McSheehy, number 14 for the ambush. Big drive, that one goes high and wide, but a nice shot. They need to do more of that, and they are. The pressure clearly on Missouri here with 7:27 left. And they are desperately trying to slow the pace down. They've been very good at that tonight, but the ambush are coming full force.
Well, I think the argument can be made for both teams, depending on what fan base you're cheering for, but should the Comets be in this game right now? Maybe not. They've had 2 cheap goals. Should the ambush be able to claw back the way they have? I might argue they have.
Right.
Their opportunities have been set opportunities. They've made the goals happen for themselves, and what they've done on defense has caused the Comets to make adjustments. Like we said earlier, they moved Gibson back to the point on offense. He's no longer getting into the corner. They're able to shut down what the Comets want to do, and to me a little bit, it looks like they're on their heels.
Well, and that's a good point there, but someone else would probably say good teams find a way to get the breaks. And I think in the first half that was happening for the Missouri Comets. The wave has kind of shifted here in the second half, clearly, for the ambush, even though they didn't let that first goal get them down, because it could have really taken the wind out of their sails after being down by 4, and that first goal goes to Missouri. They've just stayed with the plan, as you mentioned, in the first half. They've been able to get some very good offensive chances. On defense, they're swarming. When a guy like Asadpour or Gibson comes into the offensive zone, they're able to get 2 bodies on him. And with 7:27 left, we have a tie game between St. Louis and Missouri. With 7:27 left here in the game, the ambush and Jeff DiMaria.
I really like the ambush on restarts. They've shown me something in the second half.
DiMaria into the corner to Sinclair. Loses the ball there to Megson. Megson gets pushed. Some pushing going on. Sinclair, a nice play. He gets tripped up, and the whistle comes out.
That's a good battle underneath. He had 2 Comet defenders on him the entire
Both he
time.
and Megson were bodying each other, both very legal. Megson got just a little extra piece of him that time, and here is Kafidzic, left side of the goal, just inside 3-point.
Ambush are moving last second.
And Roach tries a shot there. It's blocked nicely. That's Sosa.
That's able to shake up the Comets' defense whenever they do that.
And it's also kind of keeping them back into the defensive shell, too. Here's Sinclair. This one goes off of his shoulder and into the box, and that one's handled easily by Waltman. 6:53 left. We have a tie game at 10 between the ambush and the Comets. Here's St. Louis. Right side loses control, and that ball is kicked out. It goes off of St. Louis. He can't get a break near the boards. That'll be ambush ball. Back to Jeff Ritchie, the goalkeeper. He's going to kick it the length of the field. That one is intercepted by Harris. He can't control it, though. And that one's going to go off a Missouri player. It's going to be ambush ball as it goes into those boards. Our favorite side of the field, Fred Slow, where there's no glass.
Every field needs to have its own unique twist, Joe.
This one into the box. It goes off the boards, and Waltman goes to the ground. He makes that one look easy. He'll roll it right side to Harris. Playing keep away. He's going to come out of his box. Now past the arc. In front of the ambush bench it goes. Nearly the length of the field. Now coming all the way back to Harris. Harris makes a move on Adamson. And with a head of steam, he comes into the ambush zone. Here comes Groark. Nice play there to Adamson. Adamson tries to clear it, and this one is kicked about 15 rows up.
Puts it in the luxury box.
It looks luxurious, but that's not where you want to put the ball if you're Missouri. As the ambush will get the ball in their own end. This is McSheehy. Over to his goalkeeper, Ritchie. Makes a move, kicks it with his left the length of the field. This to Antoniuk. To his right. Tries to move back on Gibson. He makes a nice play and kicks it away. Here's Sell for the ambush. He gets dropped there. That's going to be a whistle. Palmer can't figure it out, but anytime you topple somebody, you're probably going to get a whistle. A little picky, but we'll take it.
What's the positioning of the ambush when you're in the right places?
Oh, and Sell. makes a big mistake here. He kicks this one all the way down into the corner and over the glass. You don't want to see that. That's an easy turnover for the Missouri Comets. With 5:52 left, we've got ourselves a 10-10 game. Looking for the next 2-point goal. Let's hope it's the guys in black and blue. Here's Waltman, the Missouri keeper. Kicks it the length of the field. Down the right half boards. Alvarez off the glass to himself. A nice play by Sell. He breaks out. Sell being tripped up there by Andrews. He doesn't like it. Waves his finger. I'm not exactly sure if that means no or sorry. I'm not but that'll be an ambush ball. And the play is getting a little bit more chippy here in this fourth quarter. That's okay. You like to see that. Both teams.
The Comets might have thought they were going to be able to pull away with it after the first half, but like we said, the ambush had battled back, and here we are at 10-10 with just over 5 minutes left in the game.
And the pressure is on the Comets a little bit here. Back into their zone. It's Dowell. He gives chase. Gibson is there. And shields Dowell. That one goes to the keeper, and back it comes to Andrews. Andrews looking for help. He finds it in the way of Gibson. Gibson kicks it the length of the field all the way down for San Luis. Off his chest to his foot. Right foot, turning, off the boards, in front, but a nice play by Kavidzic, and here he comes. Elvier trying to run on. That's a nice slide tackle by Pena because Sosa was beat. But he makes a nice slide tackle and gets it back to the trusty goalkeeper, Waltman. Waltman now throws it right side for Sosa from Missouri. Pass Di Maria. Di Maria giving chase there, keeping him in front. Sinclair comes over to help. Back to Gibson, it goes at midfield. 4:30 left, 10-10 in the fourth. Missouri and St. Louis, and Hobson is not going to get away with a push. An obvious one there. He pushes Byron Alvarez there. And here's Asadpour. Watch him on the restart. Asadpour, and he's got Gibson. Now they want to talk about it. And with 4:26 left, the ambush have to stay with their man here, mark up, and make sure nobody gets loose.
Do you sense a little desperation maybe from the Comets taking a timeout right now, knowing they haven't had those opportunities they had in the first half, and they haven't been able to do what they wanted with the ball? So here, where they're going to have a restart, they think we need to capitalize at this point, or we might not have another opportunity.
Oh, I think there's no doubt that you've got to make the most of this because you don't know what the defense, the ambush, have been playing, when you're going to get an opportunity or if in the last 4.5 minutes. And if you can squeak one in, go up by 2, maybe you get the ambush thinking about, oh, here we go again. So they're going to talk about it. 4:26 left. They just announced tonight's attendance. Congratulations to the ambush and to you fans. 5,136 fans tonight. I believe that's going to be the second biggest attendance in 3 games. First one was well over 7,100, so that's a big number for the first night.
And I'll tell you what's exciting about that, because and we know what it looks like on the stream. You know, right now on the YouTube, there's 500 people watching, and there's countless number of people just listening. And St. Louis is excited to have indoor soccer back. St. Louis is excited for the ambush, and here's the proof of it.
And here we go with the set piece. On the restart, this is going to be number 19. That's John Sosa. Sosa's got Gibson and Alvarez. Kicks it back to Rodriguez. Nice block there by Adamson. If the ambush can get it out, they'll be in good shape, and they do. O'Dane Sinclair being hounded there, but a nice job to get it to Hobson. Hobson goes back to Mesley. Back to his keeper, Ritchie. Ritchie to midfield. Sosa will chest it down and punch that one back to his keeper with his right foot. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez coming out of his own zone, slowing the pace down. 3:56 left. With his left. Nice head ball there by Di Maria to take possession. Antoniuk is pushed from behind. That's going to be a call. And the ambush restarts it quickly. Sosa back into his own zone. He turns it, being marked by Hobson. Kicks it right side. Ritchie's going to come out. Nice play there with his left all the way back to Gibson. And that's going to be a handball on the ambush. Good call there. As Gibson kicked it up to Roach, and Roach got it just under the wrist. Quickly restarted by Missouri. 3:43 left. 10-10 game. Missouri with the ball. Right corner. That's Alvarez in front. Oh, and a big time miss there for Asadpour. That ball was too strong for him.
Well, good job by Ritchie to play the rebound. He was able to grab it right off the wall before it came out of the goalie crease.
And a nice play defensively by the Ambush to keep that one low and out of danger. Here's Waltman. 3:15 left. Missouri with the ball. Right side, Alvarez being hounded by Antoniuk, who finally gets the ball. He steals it. He goes around Alvarez. Gets tripped up. Alvarez says, sorry.
A little sportsmanship there.
Helps him back up. Like to see that.
Well, that's more, because this is a family atmosphere, Joe, and for the kids to be able to come out and see that kind of thing, at any level, there's nothing more important than sportsmanship.
And just good aggressive play by Alvarez that time. We've got a stoppage in play. And the referees want to talk about it. Not sure exactly what happened away from the whistle here, but it was a restart for the St. Louis Ambush. And with 3:01 left, we've got a discussion.
The head official is going to come over to the sideline here.
Trying to iron it out here.
You would think as
referee heads over to Daryl Duran.
So you would think the penalty would be on the Comets if there was a penalty.
And it looks like we're back to normal.
Well, all is well, Joe.
All's well that ends well. Mattingly to his own keeper. Ritchie, 2:57 left. Sinclair tries to get free. Not exactly sure what the call was there, but Gibson gets another one.
It was Sinclair that I think if boarding is a possible call, I think that's what it was.
It is, but it was late. So back comes Missouri, nevertheless. 2:49 left. We have a tie game. Waltman, that sixth attacker. Very good with his feet. He's got it now. Moving it up, directing his team, and now kicks it into the Ambush end, all the way against the boards. Nobody there, but a big right. And that one dangerously came down into the box. Luckily, the Ambush see it. Sloppy in their own zone, and it's going to be a restart here for Missouri. The Ambush have to keep it together in their own zone. That was pretty sloppy play. And that ball went above the net and came back down. It was an excellent chance for Missouri. Here's Gibson. Nice defense there by Groark. Stays with him. Watches the feet. Shot. Nice block in front with the chest. And that was Mattingly. That one might have smarted. It came in pretty good. Ritchie breaking it out. Kavidzic, he's got a break. Hurrying this one. It's a 2-on-3 for the Ambush. Antoniuk joins the chase. That's a toe ball into the box. Weakly, but the diving save is made by Waltman. We're under 2 minutes in the game. Ambush have tied it up against the Missouri Comets. Here's Asadpour. He gets loose to Harris. Big left foot and a save by Ritchie.
The power some of these guys can put into the ball, Joe, is undescribable.
Here's a 2-on-1. Dowell tries to get it across. Andrews, nice defense, and he heads it calmly back to his goalkeeper, Waltman, and Waltman rewards him by rolling it back to him. 1:25 left.
A little confusion with the Comets. You see their players have their hands up. They're not sure what they're trying to do.
Tied at 10. Here's Waltman moving up towards midfield. To St. Louis, trying that turn move. Di Maria sees it and kicks it out into the Ambush bench. Missouri will take it on the restart. Careful here, 1:10 left. The Missouri Comets from the Kansas City area. And your St. Louis Ambush tied at 10.
Comets playing Independence, Missouri, right outside Kansas City.
Same difference. 1:02 left. 1 minute left. You hear the public address announcer. Up near midfield, Waltman, right side to St. Louis, being marked there by Di Maria. St. Louis now has help from Antoniuk. Big shot, that one goes in, and luckily was kicked out with that big left of Roach. Missouri with the ball, 35 seconds left. This one into the box. Chested there by Di Maria. Di Maria being pushed against the boards. No call. Roach Comes back into the zone. Here's St. Louis, but it's cleared there, and it finally goes over the glass. That's going to be ambush ball with 22 and a half seconds left here in this game. That one made the ticker move a little quicker. And it'll be the ambush ball on the restart.
22 seconds left.
Just
Joe.
to the right of their keeper.
You practice this at the end of every practice. What can you do with under 30 seconds to take the lead and win it all the way through the field?
Let's hope you can win it. On the restart, here come the ambush. Up the right boards. It's stolen there. And back comes Rodriguez. Watch him. Right side. Nice block by Adamson. 13 seconds left. Here come the ambush. Hobson for Sinclair. Right side all the way back, and with 7 seconds left, into the box it goes, and a header goes wide. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, to overtime we go. Exciting last 22 and a half seconds there. And we'll go into OT. What an exciting game for the St. Louis Ambush as they come back to tie it in the fourth quarter at 10. We'll step aside. We'll be back for overtime. You're listening to St. Louis Ambush Soccer alongside Fred Slow. I'm Joe De Niro. The Ambush first overtime this season is coming up right after this on TalkSTL.com.
After going to the St. Charles Chill game, your kid wants to play goalie. Not a problem, until you see the sticker price on all the equipment. Let Play It Again Sports St. Peter's outfit your kid's new sport at a price that's not going to set you back a house payment. They deal in all sports: hockey, baseball, softball, golf, lacrosse, fitness, and more. They'll buy it on the spot, cash with no appointment necessary. All sports, all year long. Don't get stuck with a garage full of equipment that doesn't fit. Take it in to Play It Again Sports and trade it for something they can use. Open 7 days a week and online at playitagainsportsstpeters.com. Kids grow up quick and jump as much as 2 to 3 sizes in a season. That's why Play It Again Sports in St. Peter's is there to save you money and make everybody smile. Reuse, recycle, replay at Play It Again Sports in St. Peter's off Mid-Rivers Mall Drive.
Tom, have you been to Jack Wagon's Teachers lately?
I've swung some balls at Jack Wagons inside the wiffle ball cage, the only one around.
The World Series of wiffle ball happens at Jack Wagons, but it's so much more. If you want to go there and just have a drink, watch a game, play some pool, throw some bags, karaoke, the wiffle balls we mentioned, you can do all that. Oh, plus, ding, there's fantastic food. Jack Wagons Teachers. It's 94 in Jungerman, RJ.
And there's also a taco/nacho bar on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to close, $3.99.
Plus, they have on Wednesdays this whole competition. Throw 8 pucks on the shuffleboard table, 8 swings, 8 bags, and if you answer 10 trivia questions, all of those winners get Blues tickets.
And you must wear clothes. It's a requirement at Jack Wagons.
Not all the time. I've seen you shirtless in a wiffle ball cage. But go to Jack Wagons Teachers. It is a very cool place, or we wouldn't say that.
94 and Jungerman, Jack Wagons Teachers. It's not just billiards anymore.
Now, back to the St. Louis Ambush on TalkSTL.com.
Oh, we've got us a meaty one here at the Family Arena. It's the first ever and overtime game for the new Ambush, who were the old Ambush. You get what I'm saying. Alongside Fred Slow, who's filling in for Bill McDermott, Mr. Soccer. I'm Joe De Niro. We are in overtime. And if you heard Fred Slow of the golden goal, it's also known as sudden death.
There's nothing more exciting in sports than the sudden death overtime.
Well, we've got it here. The Ambush clawing their way back. At one time, they were down 6-0.
And the players can't wait. There's about a minute left before the start of the overtime, and all 11 players were on the field.
Actually, they were down 8-0 in the early second quarter. So they were down by 4 scores. And 7 minutes ago. That's a bad Lincoln joke. And here we go. Missouri gets the ball. It's Waltman, their goalkeeper. Let's see if the Ambush can apply some pressure into the Ambush zone. Kicked out. Here comes Adamson. Couldn't get a break. That one goes off a Missouri defender. I believe that was Rodriguez, and it's going to be a restart for the St. Louis Ambush. right in front of the Missouri bench. DiMaria along the boards. Antoniuk turns, kicks it in front, it goes! Oh, that ball was so close to going in. Here's Sell. Oh, a head ball from Adamson is just missed. Good pressure here by the Ambush. Antoniuk with the ball. Back to Gork. 3-point land. He's going to kick it back to DiMaria. Good job to put that ball in the box twice. And a missed header. Just missed off of the head of number 4, Corey Adamson.
Well, and it's a battle of attrition at this point, Joe. You're in your 5th period. You know there's only so many minutes left. Who can go deeper? Who has it?
Hopefully the guys in the black and blue. Here's Adamson at midfield. Setting this one up back to his keeper. Ritchie steps up. Left foots it that side to Mattingly. Mattingly with the right back to Ritchie. Ritchie's going to play it. Back to Mattingly. Being methodic here are the Ambush. 13:45 left in overtime. Sudden death. First goal. Goes home happy. Mattingly, left side to O'Dane Sinclair. That's a good move. Mesley into the corner. Hounded there by Gibson.
He's able to keep it in.
And we're going to get a whistle, and it looks like we're going to get a drop ball in the corner. I believe it's going to be. That's our first drop ball of the season. Here's Mike Mesley. Mesley wins it. Gibson tries to kick it out, scuffs it. Mesley in front. Kavidzic! Oh, he missed winning the game by a half inch. Oh, what a shot by Elvir Kavidzic. And that would have been a nice way to put a seal on your first game as an Ambush player. 13:06 left. Ambush with the pressure. Sudden death overtime. Here's Dowell into the corner. Rodriguez gets it. Shields Sinclair, and back comes their goalkeeper, Waltman. Waltman to Andrews. Back into the box for Waltman. Moves it out slowly. 12:45 left here in sudden death overtime. The very dangerous Assadpour on now with Gibson. He's also on with number 19, John Sosa. Here's the keeper, Waltman. Brings it over the yellow line. Moving it up slowly towards midfield into the Ambush zone. That's to San Luis. Going to try and make that turn. He does. Left foot, shoots, scores. San Luis makes the turn, kicks it with his left, and ends the evening for the St. Louis Ambush. And that is a heartbreaker. That is an absolute heartbreaker. But give it to your St. Louis Ambush for not only coming back to tie this, but being in a position and nearly winning this soccer game. Oh, it goes just to the top of the arc. San Luis splits 2 defenders, top of the arc in the box, and he hammers it by Jeff Ritchie. That was a perfect, beautiful shot. He shushes the crowd, but this crowd of 51-36 has plenty to be proud of as the Ambush lose this one, a tough one in overtime. 12-10, nothing Jeff Ritchie, the goalkeeper, can do on that one. That was a beautiful left foot by San Luis. Wow.
The Comets, that's their second overtime game this season, so they're going to improve to 2-1. And then obviously the Ambush will fall to 1-2. But gosh, that was a well-played game.
Holy cow. Boy, you got to give it up. They clawed back. They were down 8-0, came back, tied this game at 10 late in the fourth quarter, went to overtime, had a couple of really legit chances in overtime to win this ball game. And all it takes is that half inch. You give somebody some space, and